cancer screening. It's super important to do. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Make sure you tell them Russ and the Monster sent you. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up that cell phone and dial pound 250.
Your ticket to big savings is that big blue envelope in your mailbox. Valpak. It's brimming with deals from big-name brands and your favorite local spots. Dining, services, stuff you're already buying, all for less. And you could score $100 or other instant prizes just for opening it. Or save even faster with mobile coupons you can use right now at Valpak.com. Valpak. There's definitely something in it for you.
Discover huge savings where the wonders of the sea meet the joy of the holidays. Get fully immersed in wave pools and thrilling slides. Meet new faces with a close-up tour of playful dolphins. Slide into endless fun with surprises around every turn. And keep the party going with lively events all year long. Discover why Aquatica is the #1 outdoor water park in America. Save up to 65% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our Black Friday presale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
In a Greenway Kia. For over 23 years, my family's been saying it. And right now, the savings are at an all-time high. With 3 convenient locations and one of the area's largest inventories, we deliver the selection and savings other dealers can't. And during the Kia Fall Savings event, you can save thousands. So if you're in the market for a new Kia, visit Greenway Kias and discover one of the area's largest selections online. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
ThatmortgageguyDon.com. You know, there's millions of people without the health insurance they need. I get it. You feel like it's too pricey, a headache to deal with. You deserve something better. And better health. We're on a mission to get everyone high-quality, affordable health insurance. You have health insurance needs. We have plans with low out-of-pocket premiums, with in-network preventive care at no cost to you, and a network of local doctors and hospitals. So if you're still shopping for health insurance, go to ambetterhealth.com/enroll to get your free, no-obligation quote. That's ambetterhealth.com/enroll. For coverage to start January 1st, you must enroll by December 15th. Find the plan that's right for you right now. ambetterhealth.com/enroll. And Better Health, on a mission for better. And Better Health is the brand name for health insurance products underwritten by subsidiaries of Centene Corporation. Go to ambetterhealth.com to see offerings in your state. This is a solicitation for insurance.
I'm Mo DeWitt, your local Orlando injury attorney. I'm here to talk when you need me, ready to listen. You deserve someone who's available, responsive, and truly invested in your case. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. I'm just one call away at 1-800-CALL-MO.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. GRAND. GRAND. That's GRAND. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Shawn Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, November 3rd, 2025. Lots to get to today. From the roast event was insane to a Mississippi mother battles an escaped lab monkey. And the battle over SNAP benefits just went nuclear. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Record your dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good. I'm really thrown off by the time change.
Yeah, that'll do it a little bit. I forgot all about the time change yesterday for a while.
I did not when I was up. I mean, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get much sleep for most of the weekend, and then when I did finally, the morning that the time changed, for some reason I was just like, I feel more rested than normal, and all I had, like, again, in the house, all that I had was one thing that wasn't automatically set, so I barely even noticed, but it is getting dark real early all of a sudden.
Oh, but light so early as well. You're feeling productive, kind of, if you're up with me.
This is yin versus yang here, because I'm not ever going to see that side of the sunshine, you know? Like that. This is where people go, well, we should stay with this all the time, or we should stay with this all the time. I'm not planning on seeing the sun at 5 o'clock in the morning. So it's never going to impact me. I will see the sun later on in the day. I will see it there. So that's,
You didn't wake up a little bit earlier on your own because of it?
No. I wake up basically wake up at the same time every day, like a machine. Just click, 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 click.
Your biological clock just set itself like your phone did.
Yeah, kind of. It's very similar.
Must be nice.
We have so many things to talk about. In about an hour on the show, we're going to do a recap of the roast, which was just wild. It was such a fun time. Cannot wait for you guys to be able to see the video special that we recorded when the roast went down, and tell you a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff that happened, because, man, what a blast. But let's get started as we always do. Let's kick off the week. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse, and let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. We go to Arizona, everybody. Yeah. Known for their iced tea, and now their judges. This is a judge, well, formerly a judge, and you're about to find out why. Somebody sent this through to tips@thenewsjunkie.com, and I snagged the video for this morning. This judge was urinating in public when a police officer walked up to her and
yeah, you know what that means.
Yeah. Here's the thing: when you hear urinating in public, do you think man or woman?
Man all the time. It's much easier for you guys. If it came down to urinating in public, there's a position, certain articles of clothing, unless you have one of those Go Girl funnels.
No, I think I used to feel this way, but I've seen so many videos of women a night out on the town just squatting between cars. There's a lot of that out there. Ladies, I think, have increased the amount of outside urination attempts.
Yeah. It's not the way I imagine breaking the glass ceiling, but let's go with it.
It counts nonetheless. So here we go. The police officer walking up upon a judge, this woman who was peeing in public.
What are you doing?
Sheriff's
Why?
Oh, she's over squatting, peeing, and the officer goes, "What are you doing?" And she starts to pull up her underwear and try to hide it and sit on the bench and pretend
off the bench. I thought it was a bike rack. Either way, that was the worst lit place that she could have done this at.
I think that she's on a bench on the side of a road here in Arizona, and he goes,
"What are you doing?
What are you doing?
How you doing?
Why you paw?
Why? What are we doing?
What?
This is disgusting.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Throwing out the bedside manner, huh, Popo?
This is disgusting. You're peeing in public. What are you doing right now, ma'am? And he has no idea that she's a judge right now. Like, he doesn't have judge radar. He's just walking up to a woman peeing by a bench.
Also, I don't want the information, but, the question does pop up. If she is, like, full midstream.
Yeah, was she done?
That is a very particular type of muscle you got to use in order to
I thought you ladies could
address-
cut that off better than we could.
I mean, you can, but it depends. How many kids has she had? How old is she?
I don't know. All I know is she's
Are you
a
surprised
judge.
by a cop? That could have been, extra pressure.
I also know it's 1:37 in the morning, and there ain't a lot of cars out here where the judge is. She's kind of out by herself, so she might have had a wild night.
I'm waiting for you. Okay, this is unacceptable.
She said, "Can we start over?" Ma'am, I don't know how you're gonna how do you reboot this interaction in a way that's really gonna work out in your favor? But I believe she said, "I'll go back." I think she said, "Can we start over?"
This is disgusting.
I'm waiting for you.
Okay, this is unacceptable. Where's your ID?
It's my husband's wallet.
Oh, she's hammered. Yeah.
Are you her husband?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the husband
arrived for me. Nope. Come on. Yeah, you can, because I'm conducting an investigation.
For what?
Because I just saw her puking and urinating, exposing herself to several people.
Same time.
Oh, husband goes, "Nope, that wasn't her. That wasn't her."
Nope.
Oh,
no way.
God. When everybody fought for the body cams, I was saying, this is genius. This is genius because we're going to see so many things that we didn't see before.
Yeah.
It's going to be good for the good cops, bad for the bad cops. Boy, do I love it. I think it's just great. I think it's a great expenditure for the taxpayers, these body cams. But people like the husband here, he's like, "Nope, wasn't my wife, wasn't her." Buddy, we got it on body cam.
Hey, Hubs,
right?
can you take off the blazer and maybe cover her up if it was that desperate of a situation?
Also, where are the several people that she has now exposed herself to?
The other side, outside of the body cam.
There's a vehicle, there's a yellow cab.
The whole Christmas choir.
There's a yellow cab that has lights on here. Otherwise, there's not many people around this judge who is just like peeing on the sidewalk.
Okay, you can go by the cab or you can continue to interfere with the investigation. Come on, babe. Okay.
No.
Come on, babe.
Last chance, go over to the cab. No. Okay.
No, he said.
You're detained.
Wait, why is he being detained?
Because he won't get out of the way?
Throw you on the ground if you resist. I gave you several chances, and you don't want to listen.
Cuffing him.
Hey, baby. 515-1 resisting.
This was so avoidable.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have called that several chances, but he gave the chances.
The guy's definitely resisting the cop 1,000%.
Yeah.
Like he's twisting his arms around. He's not cooperating with him.
There's
He's
also
not.
3 cops there. So are they like all on patrol, or has she been peeing long enough that someone put in a 911 call and then all units
Since
responded?
earlier, because I know this could be a little confusing. I think when this first started, it was 37 after, so it's been almost 10 minutes. All right,
fast.
Or actually, this is 3 minutes in here when they started to cuff him. There's been a little bit of time, and I think backup has arrived. I don't know if they did that because she's a woman and he's a man, and they wanted because a female cop is there too.
Not doing anything.
But he's resisting. I'll tell you what happened to the judge in a moment.
I'm not doing anything. 515, we're fighting.
I'm not fighting.
I'm not fighting. There he goes. They got him in cuffs. She ends up getting in trouble, and the story explodes over the weekend. It says Superior Court judge allegedly urinates near courthouse.
Oh.
This was the original story. Like, I guess it was not far from the courthouse. So I
Small
don't,
town.
I don't know what led us to all of this. This was in Arizona, as I said. It says Superior Court judge abruptly resigned after an incident with police.
Yavapai?
Yavapi.
Yavapai?
See if you can find out how to say it. Yavapai. I'm saying Yavapai. I'm saying Yavapai County is my guess. Did not initially release details on what led up to the investigation. It was about 1:30 a.m. She was a judge, and it was right on the same block as the courthouse. The officer asked her what she was doing, and she said,
County.
Yavapai.
Yavapai County.
Yavapai County.
All right. They said the officer asked her what she was doing. She said, I'm waiting Uber. And she was peeing at the time.
Can we start this over?
Got involved, and the judge's husband is also on the is also the Parks and Rec manager for the town. This is a regular.
So she's kind of on his territory. Like.
yeah. The judge's husband, Jason Olson, is the Parks and Recreation manager for the town of Chino Valley. It's in Chino Valley, Arizona. Police said Olson did not listen to instructions to back away. As he was being detained, he resisted arrest, and the rest is in the video there. But she has now stepped down from being a judge as a result of public urination. Pretty embarrassing overall. And this is why you pee inside. It's probably the best move for you.
Or yourself.
Let us know what you think. I don't think you would get arrested if you peed yourself.
If she was just sitting and peeing into her own pants,
you're fine.
It would not have been this result.
You're fine. It's not an exposure charge.
Yeah, your Uber rating might suffer a little bit, but
although I wonder if C-Lane will have a point here in saying, if you charge me with exposure and I prove that there was nobody else there, only the police officer who pulled up as I was peeing, is that still exposure?
I don't think you're supposed to expose yourself to a police officer.
Probably not. That's bad precedent to set. If it's okay to expose yourself, but only to a police officer, we're going to have a lot of dangling going on for the 5-0, which is not going to be a good time for them.
Can you imagine the eye rolls on every cop who just had to see peens all the time?
How many today, Bob? 14? Yeah, a lot of them for me,
that
too. A lot of them for me. So, yeah, check that out. I'll put it up. As a matter of fact, hang on, let me bring this back. So I'll put it up over on See It Now during the break where this judge got caught peeing in public. We're going to talk in less than an hour now about the big roast event that went down this weekend. Thanks to all of you that showed up. It was a complete fiasco that was really, really, really funny. And details on that, as I said, coming up at the top of the hour. But I wanted to talk about a couple of things real quickly here in the sports world. And we'll get into some more after the break, believe it or not. Big sports time in the first hour of the show. But congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers, baby!
Baseball time.
I knew they could do it. I said they could do it. And there they did it. It was pretty damn impressive.
America.
The Los Angeles Dodgers ended up winning the World Series, which is back-to-back, I think, for them.
Yes.
Back-to-back wins
Did
for
you see
the Dodgers.
Some of the videos of, like, the dads on Halloween taking their kids around trick-or-treating, but also, like, bringing full-screen TVs in a wagon so that they could watch the game. They watched the last game of the. Was that the last game on Friday? Was it Friday?
I feel like so. If Toronto had won, then maybe it would have been another one.
Toronto was game 7.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Toronto had won the previous game, and then the Dodgers brought it home. Canada can't catch a break, man. Canada, you can't even catch a break. They wanted some win up there in the Great White North, and the Snowbacks lost again. Unfortunately for them, they get another L in the column.
Saturday night was the game 7.
And Canada has weird rules that if their athletes come back with a loss, they murder them.
Probably. No, it seems too peaceful.
It's nice there. They just say sorry.
I do know that they took it hard. And the folks in Los Angeles couldn't have been more happy. They're already this morning up and in the early morning LA hours crowding the streets, getting ready for a huge parade, victory, all of that stuff. They're starting at 11 a.m. their time, which is 2 p.m. on the East Coast, I guess. And fans had already showed up at 2 a.m. in Los Angeles, 2 a.m. this morning, waiting for this victory parade to start so they could get a glimpse at the World Series champion Dodgers team, which good for you guys, man. Congratulations. It's really something else. And I hope you guys have a great day today. Grease them poles. Get those poles all greased up and ready to go.
Grease pole.
Because I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but it's going to be an interesting day in Los Angeles. So we'll watch that, too. If anything crazy happens, we'll bring it to you. When we come back, we have to talk about something else. Something else in the world of sports, and then we'll get past sports. But there was something this weekend that so grabbed my attention that I think it stun-locked me here today. It's got me wholly focused. I can't think of anything else today because of one thing that happened in the world of sports, and I just can't move on with the show until I share this with you guys. So we'll do that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic's backed up due to an accident on US 27 northbound where it meets County Road 33. There's still some morning traffic on the major roadways that both directions.
Hello! Happy Monday, everybody.
676-847-7477 from the traffic center of James Birmingham.
Here we are.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
Sean's going to talk about NASCAR? No! No, I'll tell you what I know about NASCAR, though. I know Sydney Sweeney was at the NASCAR race, and that one blonde basketball player was with her, and she said she forgot her tees when she took a photo next to Sydney Sweeney, and that's about all I know about NASCAR this weekend. So what did I miss? Maya says, great to see you back from the roast. Great to be back from the roast. Man, I got to tell you, that was a fun event. It is going to be so great to release this to all of you so you can see it. Hey, Unfettered.
Hey, Russ Rollins here for Solar.
Wasson, did they make you cry? Well, we'll see.
Are proposing like the largest utility rate increase.
There were great games on this weekend. We'll just say NASCAR was controversial all weekend. Why?
Is available now, and they've helped so many.
Why was NASCAR controversial all weekend?
Now you can go to Solar Source and get a whole solar system package as low as $89 a month, guaranteed annual.
Good morning, Barbara.
Maintenance included, no money down, and you can eliminate that high power bill. Solar Source is the one to help you. It's Solar Source.
Jeffrey, we are going to talk about that. I got that queued up and ready to go. We'll get into that soon.
Why Solar Source? Well, they're Florida's oldest and most.
The championship format, is that what was controversial about NASCAR?
Since 1984. Great customer service. There's somebody you can count on.
Wayne, I can't wait till you can see the roast. We are getting the footage, I think, today or tomorrow. And then it's going to take some time because it was like 6 or 7 cameras. And we got to snip it here and there. I want to put all the credits in there. I want it to be like a full-on, polished, incredibly high-level production. So you feel like you're watching a roast that would be on some television channel. That's the goal with events moving forward, and I think we really hit a home run out of the gate with this one. I really do. How did Ryan do at the roast? Ryan did very well. Ryan is a funny guy. I knew he would do well in the roast format. I'd heard him do stuff like this before, but I love how Ryan is not afraid in front of a mic, in front of a live crowd with cameras all over him, to push it further and then push it a little further when people get uncomfortable, and I think that's fantastic. Thank you, Angela. It was an amazing event. How did you get to Whip Tuttle? We'll get there. It was, Dan. Do you need any extra strength preparation H post roast? No.
Book your appointment today.
I'm good. I handle it well.
RedMountainWeightLoss.com or dial #250 on your phone. Say the keyword Red Mountain. That's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss. Real doctors.
Zach says, Shawn taking days off can have a negative effect on people's life. I was not only early to work, I was also productive. Oof.
And when they do,
that's rough.
Vulnerable, unsure where to turn.
All right, we got a couple of minutes and we're back live on the show. And I'll tell you, not NASCAR, but my viral sports moment over the weekend that I think everyone should be talking about. Nobody's talking about this yet. I think everyone should be talking about this. I'll explain.
Paul Davis Restoration. When things go wrong, they do what's right. An official message from Medicare.
Crazy Drunk Cat Lady says, I saw the guy who hired you, Shawn, Chris Kampmeyer. Great dude. I had no idea he was going to be there. I sat down and I was like, what the? Chris Cambier. Technically, Chris Cambier is not the guy who hired me. It was Linda Bird that hired me in Orlando. Zach, it absolutely was. Angela, I thought almost everybody did great. I thought most everybody did really, really, really good. And especially with like some editing, it's gonna really punch home. Personally, we're gonna do it more, but I thought C-Lane was fantastic. Josh was very, very good, as I knew he was gonna be. And Ryan, those for me were the standouts. Everybody, again, was very, very good. But I thought all of them were good. 90 seconds and we're back live. I heard Josh went hard. He did. That's what he does. That's what he does. And he should. That's the point. Yeah, just edited out the cringy ass Tuttle part. You know, Tuttle's a great guy. I love him. I think Tuttle was a fantastic guy. He is somebody who really loves radio. Really, really loves radio. So I'm glad he was a part of it. Not everything's going to make the cut, but some of it was for folks who were there. But he was fun. Amy K was a treat. She absolutely was. Was she not? How good was Amy K, for real? She's going to be joining us tomorrow on the show. She's got some stuff today, and we were going to skip till next week, but I was like, no, we have to talk to Amy K this week. So Amy K tomorrow. All right. All right, here we go. Copyright.
Just remind him why you should be on the nice list.
The nice list, right?
Have a holly jolly Christmas. Just open up the free iHeartRadio app and search North Pole Radio and make it a preset now.
Love you, Santa.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Grand. G-R-A-N-D. That's grand. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junk.
Back thing, but don't worry. We'll get through this week and cruise through the rest of 2025 together here in the world's most viral newsroom. You can join us on the show today, as always, by sending a dispatch. Record yours now over at thenewsjunkie.com. Everybody during the break was trying to guess what's the sports moment Shawn is going to talk about. What's the viral moment that he said is just like stun-locked him and he's been thinking about, and he just can't stop thinking about this event that went down. Even C-Lane was putting in some guesses. And C-Lane goes, is it the kicker that broke the record? And
Cam Little.
I got to tell you, that was amazing. I mean, just astonishing. The guy kicked like almost 70 yards.
Great
for God's
calves.
sake.
Great calves.
We're not that far away from like you just get the ball for the first possession, and then you just kick it.
Everyone just kicks. Soccer, but in a weird way.
Well, the thing about the reason I brought up Cam Little was because we talked about on the show probably early September, maybe mid to late August, about the fact that during one of the preseason games, Cam Little did kick a 70-year-old.
Oh,
son of a bitch!
Bruise for mines.
Arrest this man.
Cam Little did kick a 70-yard field goal, but it just doesn't count as a record because it's in the preseason. It's like, well, he still physically did the thing. He should be, applauded for it. but it just like somehow doesn't go down in the history books because they only count regular season football for some of these records.
You know, the crazy thing, C-Lane, is it seemed like he had more. Like he could have gone even further than that. I mean, the kickers are just, it's getting crazy how good they are getting. And I'm only halfway kidding when I say eventually you'll get the ball, work a couple of plays down the field, and you'll be like, all right, field goal. All right, field goal. Punters are gone. For punters, your job is as dangerous, as endangered as it like anybody from AI, okay? That's how endangered your job is, that you're going to be replaced simply by the field goal kickers. That's what we're looking at here.
Gotta be honest, thought both were the same. I figured the people doing the kicking could do both.
No, I don't think they do. I think the punter is a specific person, right? I believe. I might be out of my sports depth here once more, but here we go. Here we go.
68 yards away. It's up there. It's out there. And it's good.
I mean,
That's
with
crazy.
Ease. With ease.
Like what?
That's wild.
I almost wanted him to have the 2 extra yards just so you could say 70.
Yeah.
Just like say, because from my limited football knowledge, I remember watching so many games with so many friends over the years. And when somebody would hit, let's say a 50-plus yard field goal, you'd be like, wow, did you see that? Guy hit a 54-yarder, 55-yarder. 70 yards. So for those of you who know sports even less than me, that's astonishing. That's really, really impressive.
Keep
but that's
pushing
not
it. Let's do 100
in
yards.
fantasy, they like rate your field goal. Like the points you get for the field goal, I think, are based on the amount of yards you kick it.
Really?
And I think that was like a 6-pointer. I think. I might be wrong on this.
Wow. I mean, that wasn't it, though. That wasn't the thing that really stun-locked me and grabbed my attention over the weekend and would not let it go. It wasn't, as many people suggested, the controversy in NASCAR. In fact, I didn't even know what the controversy in NASCAR was. I know that Sydney Sweeney was at the NASCAR race because I saw some photos. I know that one of the the WNBA players, the blonde one, was at, not Caitlin Clark, but like her pal, was at the NASCAR race. And I don't know anything else about the NASCAR race. But some people said there was some controversy there. No, that wasn't it. The thing that, I don't know why, but nobody is talking about this yet. There was another kicker. There was another kicker in the world of college football.
Oh.
All right? I'm just going to show you the picture. You'll know immediately what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you this for the folks on the stream. All right? There's...
Yeah. No, I don't see anything. What are you talking about?
Why isn't this the story of the day? There's a kicker for Oklahoma.
I didn't even know you could dress like that.
Okay, now tell me how many yards he just kicked. I bet it's a difference.
The kicker is wearing the shortest shorts I've ever seen in any sport ever, I think.
Okay, it's right above the knee. These are lesbian shorts.
This is not right above. What is your definition of right above if this is right above the knee? This is
those are, I mean, he could have, you've seen short shorts on the beach.
Yeah, he's on a football field.
Yes, these are very short as far as football uniforms go.
Just so you know, his knee is here, okay? That's where his knee is.
I can't see, I'm sorry.
Yeah. His knee is down here, and it is barely past his crotch where he's got these shorts on. I've never seen anything like it before. I've never seen anything like it in the world of sports before. And listen to the broadcasters, because I think they felt the same way. Listen to this. Here we go.
The volunteer, by the way.
The queers have made their way onto the NFL field.
They are like, what? What's going on? And it has nothing to do with anything other than this just doesn't fit. It doesn't work in.
But does it help when it comes to the kicking? Imagine how much more range you have without cloth on your knees.
I don't know. I don't even know if he made this. It's a 51-yard attempt, which should be easy compared to what the other guy made. Anything like that should be a penalty, he said. Why are you pro short shorts and football?
I am pro whatever you want to wear as long as my team wins.
What is that? Oh, I don't even know if he makes it.
His testicles aren't hanging out. He's fine.
No, but he looks like a goon. He looks stupid out there. It looks ridiculous.
I thought it was about what they're doing, on the field, the playing, the athleticism, not what they're wearing. It's not a fashion show.
It's all part of the same thing. There's uniforms for a reason, right? You know what I mean? Like, everybody has to follow a certain set of rules. I literally didn't think they could do this. I did not think that they were able to wear shorts like this. They're probably if he put his hands by his side, like you wouldn't be able to wear these in a Catholic school. Like that's how short all this. The rest of it doesn't really matter.
This could shut him up right here.
Yeah, he's got to bang the kick.
Nice.
He got it in there.
There you go.
Regardless, look at that. My God, I don't know if the team won, but he did get that kick. They said he's got his Daisy Dukes on, and he puts it right down the middle. I've never seen anything like that before.
Look at that guy with the Daisy Dukes on.
I'll put that up on See It Now during the break as well. Still got to put the earlier clip on.
Actually, be quite hilarious if you heard that from the crowd. He's getting ready to do his kick. You just hear like, that guy that Daisy Dukes on.
Got a field goal.
I mean,
we're on to something.
Honestly,
just you wait. He's not going to be the only player. He's just starting the trend.
Here's the thing I thought immediately, and I don't know if there's anything to this. Tell me if you think this is totally wrong. But when I see somebody wearing a uniform like this, I think, isn't he more likely to get hurt? Like to get, cut up and stuff if he gets tackled out there?
I don't know that the place kickers see that amount of action usually.
Well, when they do, it could be pretty hard. Somebody's running full force for the punter or the kicker, the field goal kicker in this case.
But does the material that would have covered his knee and half calf prevented that? Like,
yeah, it has pads. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I guess it's been so many years.
I mean, the pants have pads in particular areas, and also it just kind of like gives you some sort of protection from your actual skin itself. But I want to know what everybody thinks. I'm going to put this up. I'm doing it right now. Hang on. I'm going to put this up on See It Now so you can take a look at the visual because it is something to behold. And to me, it was my favorite sports story of the weekend on account of the viral aspects of this.
I'm told that college football players can wear shorts. And this person just said players. It didn't specify what position on the team you're playing. It just says that shorts are somehow acceptable in college football rules. The NFL does not allow it.
Oh, really? So this wouldn't be accepted in the NFL. Right. This is just okay. It was just because it was a college thing.
And then another thing about the field goals getting longer is that the NFL has a couple people reached out about a new rule for place kickers who can bring a ball that they've like worked with for a while, as opposed to just getting a new one during like practice.
The whole Deflategate thing.
Yeah, that seems a little ripe for some sort of scandal, doesn't it?
I'm sure. I mean, you would think so, but I don't know why they would be making new rules like this when they've had problems with ball manipulation in the past.
Yeah, like one of the biggest controversies in football.
One of the biggest gates. There's not a lot of gates in the NFL.
It's a football game.
There's Nipplegate and there's Deflategate.
That's it, yeah. And both of those, not Nipplegate and Deflategate, but both of those stories, the kicker, the college football kicker in the shorts, go take a peek, and the judge who got caught peeing near the courthouse, both up now on the website over on See It Now. Click the menu, click See It Now on thenewsjunkie.com. The other little piece of information of the sports world I wanted to share with you was Tony Romo. And I like every once in a while.
What's he doing these days?
You'll hear like a broadcaster, in this case, Tony Romo, doing the broadcasting for one of these football games over the weekend. And he just kind of like gave up in the middle of a sentence. And he's speaking and then it just completely falls apart.
Like Glitch McConnell?
Kind of, in a way. And somebody was like, should we check on Tony Romo? What's going on over there? But here's his moment.
And you'll see right here, pulled, and then another hold right there. I think it was...
I don't know what happened at the end there.
That sounded so familiar.
I think it was, just let it. So weird. And somebody goes, is he okay? I don't know if Tony Romo is okay.
Clean up on
sounded quite odd. It was a weird moment, but there you go. We'll see what you think about it. It's a bit like that, yeah. That's C-Lane's version of it.
There you go.
It sounds like a little too much excitement. A little bit too much excitement. I'm not here to judge.
I think I was watching a man eat poop.
You were.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest part about it. To achieve a climax at that moment is probably the strangest thing that I can think of. But I mean, if you think that works in your favor, that's fine. That's okay.
Well, when when everything else has just become milk toast and vanilla,
Every
You gotta
once in a while,
explore.
you gotta give me something weird, baby. Just pull that handle on the old slot. All right, let's talk about
Dirty
the box
little
office
slot.
this weekend. Here we go. At the box office, it was bad.
Who was
Not
going
a
to
lot
the
of money.
movies?
Not a lot of people go on Halloween weekend because the biggest threat to the box office is other stuff outside for people to do. And obviously, Halloween weekend brings a lot of that. People want to go out, they want to dress up, they want to do their thing, and they don't go to the movie theaters as much. Number one, only made $8 million. The movie Regretting You. Black Phone 2, the one horror movie, I guess, really out there, made $8 million as well. In second place, 8.1 for Regretting You. Chainsaw Man, anime kids are lighting up the box office, baby. Chainsaw Man at number 3. They re-released that K-pop Demon Hunters Netflix thing and put it in theaters, and it made another $5.3 million because the anime kids are going to buy movie tickets. The Begonia movie, where the CEO gets kidnapped, that one didn't do quite as well. 4.8 million in fifth place.
I just don't think a lot of people are going to the movies unless you're an anime kid, I guess.
You know what's crazy? By the way, this is when they release a lot of movies that they don't have faith in. Is a weekend like this because they know it's going to be slow. But Begonia, the Focus Pictures movie with what's her name? Who's
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone is in it. $4.8 million, just barely beat out a re-release of Back to the Future, which made $4.7 million this weekend. That's how soft things were. Springsteen, Tron, Stitchhead, whatever that is, Good Fortune, all the way down to number 10 on the list.
I saw a headline which was coincidentally right next to an ad for the Springsteen movie. There was a post that somebody said the Springsteen movie is bombing because Bruce Springsteen is not that controversial, or not that exciting. And I was like, I don't know if that's true. He's political, but is there what's the story to tell there?
I think that movie was comparable to all the other movies like it. Like Bob Dylan, the Dylan movie, I bet it did almost exactly the same amount of money. I bet at this point it was close.
Is it the life story or it's just
it's the life story.
Okay.
It's like the life story of who I don't know what it focuses on with Bruce Springsteen, obviously, but I think that's what it is. I think it's like the life and times of Bruce Springsteen. I think there's just a limited amount of people who care about watching a movie like that. I think it's not because it's Bruce Springsteen or anything. It's just because it's one of those types of biopic movies, and there's just not a huge amount of interest. They usually don't cost too much money to make, so that helps them out.
One article on it says the underperformance of Springsteen "Deliver Me from Nowhere" can be analyzed till everyone loses their voice, despite the global popularity of the boss and the recent streak of success that music biopics have seen. It hasn't struck a chord with audiences and has performed about as well as last year's Robbie Williams biopic Better Man, which
that was bad.
Yeah, but that one cost significantly more to produce.
Yeah, because he had made himself a monkey.
Yeah. And Robbie Williams is big in Europe, but not quite as big in the United States of America, as far as I know.
He had a couple songs.
I think the monkey threw everybody off.
What's the big Robbie Williams song?
We got stars directing our thing. Millennium.
Oh, okay. I do know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that a little bit. When we come back, we got to talk about, we're going to get geared up for the roast, which we'll talk about at the top of the hour and how everything went last night. There was a controversy at a big event in New York that we'll discuss. The whole SNAP benefits thing, it's been locked as of November 1st. A lot of people are not getting SNAP benefits. So that has brought about a really interesting move from some businesses out there that are responding to all this. And I want to talk about what's going on with that as well. There's a bunch to get into on a busy Monday. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson, and we're gearing up for a gorgeous start to the work week. We'll be expecting a good amount of sunshine with temperatures staying a couple of degrees below normal, with a high of around 76 degrees today in Orlando. That'll be a couple of degrees below our typical high of 81. We'll stay mostly clear and dry not only today but throughout the next couple of days, but temperatures will steadily climb into the middle 80s, especially by the end of the week and into Saturday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Duke's Mayo. Duke's, it's got twang.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about Duke's Mayo. It says here it's got twang. That sounds good. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Protect your home with factory direct impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, they've been installing affordable, high-quality windows for over 50 years, and they can get the job done most times in less than 8 weeks. So get out your phone, because now is your chance to win them for free. How do you do that? You pick up the phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129. You could win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. Text WOW to 20129, and good luck from Reese Windows.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Hi, I'm
Hello.
Our platform is simple.
Welcome.
And select an indication you'd like to address. If appropriate, we can find a prescription solution that's FDA approved and clinically proven to work. We've helped over 500,000 men get medication delivered directly to
Hearing some conflicting stuff about this planned terror attack that they busted in Michigan that was supposed to go down on Halloween. Try to look into that possibly for jury duty a bit later. We'll see. We'll see. I gotta get my short broadcasting shorts on, you know? Real short. Should I wear some short shorts like that?
Yeah.
Guy looked like a fool. He looked like a buffoon.
You see that new welcome offer?
I look like a buffoon?
You don't look like a buffoon.
$50 in bonus bets if you win.
You look fantastic.
I think we gotta jump on this. What's John Daly think?
What are you doing?
Ripping.
Shit.
What? You're gonna get me demonetized. Don't curse.
Oh, I thought you were cursing.
You can't curse on here. Say you're sorry.
No.
YouTube will listen if you say you're sorry. No, you can curse. I'm just kidding.
Should I get my plants in?
Oh, I don't know. I could
Yes,
check.
no rush.
I could check later though.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay.
I mean, it's Amazon. How long could it take?
Exactly.
Okay, 1 minute.
Okay. Well, have a good show.
Love you. Call them news nut huggers? Maybe. Selling branded, you know? Some branded short shorts?
All right, put you up.
All right, here we go.
No purchase necessary. Then watch JTV on TV or shop JTV.com for big holiday deals.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe Nasal Spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
The biggest stories of the day in all their glory and insanity. You're listening to the
For those of you who have, and you if you haven't, now's the time. Reach out, tips, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com, or record whatever your thoughts are. You're listening to the show, something we should be talking about, something you want to hear my take on, anything, record yours at thenewsjunkie.com. You'll see the button to record a dispatch. I know that people are so into this. It's one of those things I guess I kind of understand. It would be like a personal goal to try to run a marathon. to try to, and I'm not talking about
that was one of your personal goals you mentioned, was it not?
I didn't know. But I mentioned trying to do like maybe a 7 or 8 minute mile or something. And I still would like to do that. And I've been working on my endurance, and I get a ton of activity in every day, and I do run. But I wouldn't even want to like even attempt to try to get any really impressive score or time on a marathon. I just would want to do it. Like just to finish it, I think is an accomplishment. I think it's pretty cool. I see people all the time who go out and do these marathons, get to the end, and they're like, oh, I got 346th place. Who cares? Badass. Who cares? Don't care at all. I think it's very, very impressive that you finished the marathon. And the New York City Marathon went down this weekend, and there was a course record set in the women's competition. And also, it was the closest race ever on the men's side, literally like neck and neck on the men's side. And it's crazy to have a finish that fast in a marathon since it goes on for so long. It goes on for quite a long time. The women, the winner took in the race in 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 51 seconds, which is pretty damn impressive. About 12 minutes or so behind the first place men. And it was really, really just a shock to see how many people participate in this every single year.
What did the last person get? I'm always curious.
I don't get anything.
Like, did they clean up everything? No, I'm saying in their time.
Oh,
like,
what
did
their
they
time
wait until that
is?
very last person, or at some point they're like, we got to pack this up. We got things to do.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of limit on the staff staying there, and 24 hours have passed or something. It's a long time because some people walk. Some people just walk, and by the way, that's still good exercise. That's still really impressive stuff. It's still something that I find to be impressive. At least I look around at a world of sometimes able-bodied people riding around on scooters because they're too lazy. And I see people who step up and want to accomplish a task like this, and I go, badass, excellent, good for you. Good for you for doing it. And these are the things that really should have like massive prizes, but they sometimes don't have as big of prizes as you would think. I don't know if they have a list. Like New York City Marathon probably has a results page.
Well, it says the maximum time to complete the New York City Marathon is 6 hours and 30 minutes after the start of the last wave, which equates to a pace of approximately 15 minutes per mile, which I think last time I was timed for a mile, I don't think I wasn't running, but I don't think I got less than 15 minutes.
I can tell you a 10-minute mile for somebody who's not like an avid runner is not for me, it's not easy to just break 10 minutes.
So many runners, man.
It is you have to stop and run and stop and run and stop and run. 10 minutes is not easy. So 15 minutes, you're going pretty slow, but that's your first mile, your second mile. Like you're at the end of the marathon. You're still keeping that pace.
All right.
That's not bad.
I have, I just by pressing the buttons, looking at the filters, I do have 59,000th place.
Wait, no. 59,000?
It says place 59,129.
Okay, all right.
All
You're
right.
still on that.
The pace is 29 minutes. Time was almost 13 hours. And that goes to Cecile Witherspoon.
All right.
And that's just in the women's category.
Guess what? Still did it.
Yep. Ashley Perez just beat her out by 2 minutes at 59,127th place.
In that 24th mile, all of you who are like, oh, it's pathetic, it's slow, the slow time, slow average. In that 24th mile, can you even imagine what your thighs feel like?
I'm not going over 5 hours of running ever. They went for 12.
Wow.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that's
congratulations.
They said at some point, if you're still running the New York City Marathon, after the sweep buses pass and the aid stations and medical service are no longer available, they make the runners move to the sidewalks if they're still running.
Why they just scoop them up with all the trash trucks?
So embarrassing. Like, all right, come on.
The marathon's over. The road will no longer be blocked. You need to move it to the sidewalk.
It's embarrassing right now. See, Dwayne says 15 minutes is super slow. 15 minutes is a brisk walk, says Ryan. I know you guys are like, your appetite to go after somebody with a slower time like that is big. I get it. But I'm saying when you get to the end, or even your average being around 15 minutes a mile, you're still finishing, okay? Mm-hmm. You're still finishing, and that alone is pretty impressive. Somebody on chat earlier, let me see if I can find it. Barbara said, I ran in the New York City Marathon in 1987. I placed in the top 100. It was the best race ever. That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. Like, how many people did you say? 53,000 on the list or something?
59,000.
59,000 to get top 100? Good for you. But I still stand by it. I'm still impressed, even if you got like the last measured place, because it's not easy to do a marathon. So I salute you if you ran this weekend.
Now,
there you go.
Quick question. Mm-hmm. Would you feel still just as accomplished if you did not beat out someone in a wheelchair or hand cycle?
No, because the wheelchair is easier. And the hand cycle is easier. Yeah, both of those.
Asking the question.
I would say both of those are easier than walking. If you're, this is what they do. They're in these wheelchairs. They're doing this all day long.
I mean, I think it's it's a different strength. Your leg strength versus your arm strength, and it's a lot of arm strength if you're doing it with a wheelchair. I think the one of the main differences is when you stop turning the wheels on a wheelchair, you can keep going. But if you stop running, there is no coasting.
Yeah,
you just
Plus
stop.
You have Heelys.
Yeah, and if you start to get cramps or something, or I've heard of people screwing with them. I've seen videos where people went and took the little water cups and put vodka in them, where they're running by to get a refreshment, and they go to toss back a water, and then whoa, and it's just like
I've done that to myself by accident. That's why I don't go to the gym.
It's brutal. It's a brutal thing. Let's see what you got for us. Again, you could join us over on the dispatch side of things. Record yours right now, video or audio dispatch. You can also email the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Thanks to everybody who's done that today and always. We've got a bunch of people talked about Halloween. I saw some of your great Halloween costumes that you sent in via dispatch. I wish I would have seen more in real life, because we thought we were going to get swarmed by trick-or-treaters, and we really didn't get that many this year.
I prepared accordingly, because we were swamped. Ran out of candy very early in the night. Already shared the story that I just grabbed what I could, and the kids don't like saltines.
Mm-hmm.
And so I bought so much candy and little trinkets, and even my neighbor gave me some stuff, and we had almost nobody.
Yeah, we didn't have too many kids.
What happened?
There was a lot of kids making their way through the neighborhood, but something I saw, and I don't know if this checks out with you guys too, there's a new way of trick-or-treating where the kids only go to the houses where people are actually outside. Okay. And like a lot of people set up a little table on the sidewalk, and they have like a speaker out there and stuff. And they were going through the neighborhood and only stopping at those places where they were physically outside and not going up and ringing the doorbell.
I mean, that makes more sense because I stayed inside.
Yeah. We
back
just
in
didn't
the
get
day, you just walked up. If the light was on for the porch, you'd walk up and knock on the door, and that was it.
Yeah, I saw some, and we got some kid. We probably got 20, 25 kids or something, but we didn't get that many. And one time, I'm so bad at it. Like, I'm so bad at the act of like going to the door and like the interactions I have with the kids.
Hey,
at the
how
door.
are you?
Hey, what are you supposed to be?
So I open it up and be like, hey, pal. I don't know what to say. I open up the door, and there was the most disinterested 15-year-old girl who goes, trick or treat. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm trying to hand her the candy. I'm dumping
Do you
it all
have
over
the next
ground.
video of this? We probably shouldn't play it.
Oh,
yeah. I know.
I do actually, but
Can you blur her face out real quick?
Yeah, I probably should. But she was like, trick or treat. Like, so.
You know why? Because all her friends are going to a party. And her mom's still making her go trick or treating.
She had 2 kids with her, so it felt like go
Big
with
sister.
your brother and sister. Yeah, you escort them to the door and get some more candy for her. She's like, so not into it, man.
I feel that. I mean, if you don't want to be there and you're being forced to walk up to a stranger's door and say trick or treat, I'd be annoyed too, wouldn't you?
Yeah, she didn't want to, but I still participated as best I could.
You gave her a weed seltzer?
No. Abraham on Twitch says, it was so nice outside. Just sit outside with some music and a glass of wine. Well, there were a lot of people doing that. I had to, Courtney was like, oh, it's trick or treat time. Let's put Terrifier on. And I go, we can't do that because she's off working on something and I'm opening the front door and there's curse words coming from Terrifier on the television and I'm
screaming.
There's a 4-year-old Ninja Turtle in front of me, and oh, God. It was, anyhow, not as big as I wanted it to be for Halloween and all the kids that were visiting. But
we had the little block party outside.
How did it go for you?
It was, they're in circles. They're just doing a circle. How many times is a complete circle in your cul-de-sac?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
How many circles can they do?
Why are you coming down on my party, first of all?
It's just cul-de-sac people. You're all the same. You're all the same.
Oh.
You don't invite anybody else who lives on a straight street. It's just
actually,
a cul-de-sac.
there's plenty of people from other streets. Just not your street.
Not my street at all. I was not invited to the cul-de-sac party.
This is awkward now. It's
roasted.
I was just saying we had a really good time, and there's plenty of kids dressed up, and I don't even know if we have leftover candy.
Oh, really? You got that many kids coming through?
Sure.
Or did you just give them so little candy because you're getting cheap about it?
At some point, one of my neighbors was just telling the kids, 2 hands, 2 hands, 2 hands.
One of the kids that came eventually, he rings the doorbell, and I run over there, and I was like a little bit late. He was coming down or leaving the driveway, and I go, I got candy. And he turns around.
It's the only day, buddy. Buddy.
I'm like,
it's right in my van with no windows.
I'm begging 2 kids to come back into my house.
No,
come back. I have the candy. Come. He comes back to the front door and he's like, trick or treat. And I go to put the candy. He's like, you're not getting too many people, are you? And I go, no. Here, I'll give you guys some extra. And I give him a little extra. And he goes, all right, we'll spread the word.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh, all right, maybe. No, he didn't spread the word.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least that's not as bad as the awkward faux pas I almost made last year. Mm-hmm. Whereas one little girl was dressed as SpongeBob. And, of course, the only thing I know about SpongeBob is that he lives in a pineapple under the sea. And I was so close to saying, hey, where do you live, little girl?
Parent just grabs her by the arm and yanks her right out of there.
Yeah.
Just, nope. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about what went down at the roast event last week. My God, was this absolutely a blast. And we'll get to some of the details coming up next on the News Junkie.
Win tickets to the Tampa Bay Bucks game Wednesday on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
There's an accident getting cleared up on Goldenrod Road at Curry Ford Road. The traffic lights are working incorrectly where Pleasant Hill Road meets John Young. Really effective.
Hello.
But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
God bless you.
At 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school.
Couple of minutes and we're back live. Welcome behind the scenes.
Administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Can I tell you? There's a change coming probably next week to the show that some of you are going to bitch about. But I think it's better. Some of you are going to be like, what the hell? It's I don't want to change. Don't change the stream. I don't want to change. But it's going to be better. It's going to be better. I've got a 4K camera that is on the way. It will be here tomorrow. The 4K camera is going to go right here. Right here. Giving a direct shot for the first time ever of me here. A nice face-on shot like you might see more from like a late night show or something, instead of like shooting me at this odd angle from the side. Now, I'm going to keep this as a secondary angle for an up-close shot if we need it, but my main shot is going to be a 4K shot right here of a more dead center desk setup. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be awesome. And I think that is going to be better for a lot of stuff. I'm going to do some more videos after hours in that spot with that shot. Still going to do some over here too. But I think it's good. But what you'll do, I know how you are. People will be like, what the hell? This is different. It's a change. Talking about the roast next. Some little videos, big videos. Videos of all sizes. Sorry I'm putting you to sleep, Kevin. Just thought I'd share a little piece of information about the stream that you watch every day and the setup that is used to set that, to create that content. Thanks for being nice.
Every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations.
Shawn is more of a 1080p suited guy on camera. You're not gonna. I'm not streaming at 4K yet, so you're not gonna notice too much in that.
With 80,000 jewelry looks, we're kind of a big deal. Even bigger with
1 minute.
designer handbags, fragrances, and more.
No, I'm not gonna ban Kevin.
Because you could win a
No,
7-night
not yet, not yet.
worth of GTV jewelry, making
We had a grand total of 2 sisters, both young, come on Halloween. We gave them 2 giant handfuls of candy. Oh, that's nice.
GTV.com for big holiday deals.
Shawn, did you get work done? I did get a surgery at some point in time, but I did not want to mention it. I wanted to see if anybody could pick up on the plastic surgery that I got done. Nobody has mentioned it so far, but the cosmetic surgery that I had done was about 2 months ago. 40 seconds, and we're back. Can you tell? Any idea?
Do you have AC needs? Fritzit Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Oh, come back. BBL?
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Most viral newsroom starring you. That's right. You could jump in front of the audience and make a statement for yourself by sending a dispatch or email. Do both at thenewsjunkie.com. We, of course, had the big roast event Thursday night at Dr. Phillips Center in Judson's Live. I stand by after this event. It is one of the most gorgeous venues to throw something like this.
I felt so fancy, almost too fancy.
It really, really is nice. It's a fantastic venue, and the staff over there was great. I didn't hear this. This isn't necessarily an opening for you to do this if you were the one Grinch, because I know there's a lot of Grinches out there. People can go to Epic Universe and be like, "This place was boring." I judge you. But the venue and the food and the drinks and all that, I didn't see a single complaint. I saw everybody saying, like, man, it really was nice.
As far as the food goes, I didn't get to taste any of it, but boy, did we have to smell a lot of it. And my gosh.
Yeah, that's the tough part. The tough part was that, and of all of the venues where we've ever done an event, one thing kind of stood out to me being at Judson's Live for the roast event on Thursday night. And in a lot of cases, when we have a big, giant crowd, not a more like intimate crowd in front of us like we had at Judson's, the stage lights are so much that you really can't see much of what's going on. It makes it a little easier, kind of. It's just like lights are blinding you and you're talking to lights. I could see much more in the audience when you go up in front of the crowd at Judson's Live, and I could immediately notice people.
Well, you were a little more elevated also.
Yeah, the roast chair was
I can't
quite
believe you
elevated.
called it.
Yeah.
As soon as we said we had the throne, you called it for what it was. Now, mind you, we did not know upon ordering it, the picture, just like you saw, looked like a normal chair. But
Yes.
Elaine and I had quite the laugh when it was brought into the green room. Like, this is huge.
You say I called it. No, I didn't say anything. You guys were like, there's something weird about the roast chair.
You guessed both things. You said, what, is it too big? Are my feet going to hit the floor? And then you're like, what, is it a really tiny chair? Am I going to look stupid because the chair is so tiny?
That's you calling it. It was giant and your feet did not touch the floor.
I didn't say it out of nowhere. You guys didn't come back and say, oh, we got the roast chair in the other room. It's fantastic. You guys were like, and I go, what? What's going on with the roast chair? And then I guessed it was gigantic, possibly, which it was. It was
so
a massive chair. But C-Lane was right. I hate to say this on the show.
Very comfortable.
C-Lane was right. It was quite comfortable, all things considered. It was quite comfortable. It was.
I wish I could have said the same thing about the blue couch. Which is
not
for
so
my
much.
home. I just at one point I could not lift myself up because we had sunk. It was just me in between, but nonetheless looked great on stage.
Yeah, everything really kind of looked good. I know it's going to look good on camera when this special is all put together. Our guy Forrest, who is just unbelievable, is going to be working on that. Probably take a couple of months to get everything really polished and where it needs to be. But when that comes out, you guys can all watch. You can watch the show that we put on Thursday night, and lots of people that we need to kind of thank over the course of things. But Austin, who you might know from me talking about him, the guy who built this studio, was there from the jump. Guy was there so early. He was there hours before everybody else, and helping to set everything up, and couldn't have done it without him mostly because, and I don't know how many of you noticed something was wrong at the event, but everything crashed right as we were about to walk out. We were literally...
Classic Austin.
We were on the side of the stage. I don't think it was his fault.
In the way of all the servers. They're like, excuse me, sorry. I'm like, no, we are in your way, but we got to be here for a second.
There's like a little side stage tunnel, and it helps you walk up onto the side of the stage. Then you can walk out and take your seats and stuff on the stage. And it's also the cut-in for all the servers who are getting food to go bring it out to people. And people were ordering food and drinks like crazy. And so the traffic we're just pushed up against the walls, basically.
Oopsie.
And Austin's like, everything broke. Like, we have a video to intro us in. It's not working. It's not playing. The whole system crashed. And we're just sitting back there. And I'm like, we start to plan for if we don't have any video. I guess we'll scrap
the whole event. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, we're sitting backstage, and Ross McCoy's like, okay, what happens if we don't have the video? I'm like, we don't have this. We don't have this. We don't have this. We could still do it. We could like edit that stuff in afterwards. But and all of a sudden, Austin somehow brings it back from the dead. I think we started like, 15, 20 minutes late or something.
I thought it was just 10, but there's no concept of time for me at that point.
Yeah, nobody noticed. Nobody noticed, and or at least I don't think most people noticed. But then we went out there and I thought nailed it. I thought it was really, really, really great. It was a fun event.
Lots of laughs, man.
I sit down on this gigantic throne seat, my feet dangling as I was anticipating just a bit. Even though I assure you, despite what it looks like in the roast video, I am 6 feet tall. All right? I am indeed 6 feet tall. But as I sit down, I look in front of me. Like I told you, I could see some of the crowd at the roast. And I go, son of a bitch, this is Chris Kampmeyer.
I have no idea he's showing up.
One of our former bosses, Chris Kampmeyer, who used to be in charge of the radio stations here locally. Great guy. We didn't even comp him tickets or anything that I know. We just bought tickets.
Nobody knew he was coming, so he definitely,
Yeah, and I would have. Like, we would have given him tickets. But I look forward and I go, oh, he's here. He was laughing harder than almost anybody else in that place because he knew some of the jokes strangely enough, were perfectly targeted for him.
One of mine was, and I didn't even know he was there till I was done.
Right.
Surprise.
Yeah. And so he was fantastic. Austin Forrest doing the audio and video, and Forrest is the one, who's in charge of the special that you're going to be seeing here before too long. Ross McCoy as a host was absolutely fantastic. I've never seen a man with more index cards in my life. He had when he went up there, and that's the hardest thing to do, I think to start.
Oh, and then he just roasted everyone to a crisp, and we're like, what do we do from here?
Ross kind of had that tactic where you start knocking them down with the index cards and then flinging them off, and pile of index cards just building on the floor as he goes one by one.
Dave Letterman style.
Yeah, he was very good. And over the course of the evening, Ryan Holmes, very, very, very funny, pushing things as much as he could. C-Lane did a great job, even though C-Lane had an issue that I didn't even notice.
Would have never known.
I had no idea. But C-Lane comes back and he's like, that went terribly wrong. And I go, what are you talking about? It was great. Everybody loved it.
I started reading and I went, this is not the right one. This is not the right thing. I copied and pasted the wrong piece of material.
Record, for those of you who weren't there, C-Lane, at the end of his roast, he was like, I want to finish up with Shawn's own words. And he went over to this beautiful piano on the stage, and he's going to do this song that is part of a parody roast that he wrote to finish it off. Then he starts tickling the ivories, and I go, all right, here we go. And the paper in front of you was the wrong song, right?
Well, there was two of your poems from the old Chasing Edmund website to choose from. Mm-hmm. And I meant to get the one that says America's a whore, the one that we grill you for a lot. And I picked the one that's called Junkie. And they're both pretty ridiculous when you read them back with older eyes from when you wrote these poems. But I started reading it and I was like, son of a bitch, this is not the right one. And I just had to keep going.
I had no idea, though. Yeah. I had no clue. And the one thing that was kind of a secret to me was Amy Kaufeld had done a video.
So good.
And from the Fox 35 news desk with graphics and the whole thing.
Shout out to Casey. Casey helped her out big time. It's the guy that we, from behind the scenes, and usually she's on with us.
It was so good. To both of them, thank you so much, because that was so good, and she smoked absolutely everybody. I thought she was great.
I'm glad that I told Sabrina, because when she got the video, she's like, "Oh, the video's so good. You want to see it?" I was like, "No, I don't. Mm-hmm. I want to wait till the night of."
So, what I did? I made Nicole watch it 5 times.
It was funny. It was funny. It was perfect, and it was. I was wondering. I'm like, how will Amy transfer over into this world? She's kind of the straight-laced one. She's the professional. She's, doesn't cut loose or say things like this, but she can, it turns out. And
she's known us for years. I mean, all people with experience.
Yeah. Very, very, very good.
Amy.
Yeah, she did great, and her video was hilarious. You'll see that, obviously, with everybody else's performance. Everybody did great, I thought. Really, really, really good. Josh was one of the biggest responses of the night, I think, Josh Fowler. And just watching everybody bounce off each other was fun. And
what was intimidating was watching the actual comedians, the 3 actual comics that don't know us as well as we know each other, just kind of spitballing stuff in the green room beforehand.
Yeah,
and I'm like, how are you taking this down to the wire like this?
I didn't go to the other green room.
Huh?
I had first, I didn't realize there was the big green room where all of you guys were, so I went to the other dressing room.
Sabrina set up her own alternative green room.
I had all the papers everywhere, and it turned out great. End of sentence.
I went to the other green room to see if there was cups in there, and I was like, "Oh, Sabrina's in here," and she's like, "Where is everybody?" I was like, "There's 2 green rooms."
Yeah, I thought that was the only one. I'm like, I even opened the door that was there. I'm like, shower, no one's in here also. So I missed the memo.
The venue was so spectacular at having all this spot, but I thought there was just on the other side. I thought it was just like dressing rooms. that they had set up because we were using all this stuff. My son was there. My son was pretty good, actually, all things considered. He was dressed
There's
up.
A joke in my boot was one of the greatest things.
That was good. that was a good line. He dressed up as Woody from Toy Story and kind of just went through it.
Hell of a costume.
Yeah, everybody, the people who were there were dressed up were fantastic. The audience looked great. Everybody involved, from the promo team to the people behind the scenes who helped us out, including our very own Jack Bradshaw. We thank you.
Jack Bradshaw, I was kind of teasing him because I was like, this guy, I was like, I'll see you there. And he goes, yes, I'll be at table 19. And I was like, this guy has read the seating chart a lot. It's like he's planning a wedding. Like he knows who's sitting where. He knows the table numbers, everything. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was a really good time. So thank you to our sponsors, of course, JustCallMo.com and That Mortgage Guy, Don, for stepping up and throwing some money behind it so we could get everything set up. And now it's just on to you. So we will have this all set up so people can watch. You can watch it on your TV, download as a special very soon. Give us some time because we got to edit this whole thing together. It was like a 7-camera shot. But you could share your experiences if you were somebody who was there. Send a dispatch today. Tell us what you thought and give us your overview of things by sending a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. I'd love to hear those today. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about something that is a very, very dumb trend. And the dumbest of trends, admittedly, will work in that. I've got a ton of clips to work in on the show. We got the next episode coming up. We got a woman in Mississippi, a mother, who happened to encounter the last of those escaped lab monkeys that may or may not have had herpes. It's hard to determine. And what this mother did is just astonishing, and that will be on the show as well. All of that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic's wide open on most of the major roadways, and you won't be running into any surprises affecting your ride, although on I-4, traffic's still slowing down eastbound between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road, and there's some congestion getting through the city. Look out for an earlier accident getting cleared up on Goldenrod Road at Curry Ford Road. The traffic lights are working incorrectly where Pleasant Hill Road meets John Young Parkway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll be telling the story of lawnmower race.
Hey everybody! Skull Mike is on. Welcome to Behind the Scenes. Who was at the roast, by the way? Show of hands. Who was there? Ross was hilarious, but Josh definitely was roaster of the night. Josh is just good at it. He's particularly good at that. Dispatch Dan and Bootsy, I saw both of you. I did indeed. You both look great. On point, spot on. Abraham, Dragon Friend. I didn't see you, bro. But I know you were out there. I felt your presence. I'm excited to see the footage. I mean, if the footage came out as good as I think it did, then this is going to come together real well. We'll snip it up a little bit. I'll put the final edits on it. Put the intro, outro on it, and then it'll be posted eventually along with a new section for video on demand. And video on demand with the roast and with all future events like this, because that's what I want to do with content moving forward. I want to have these specials, which we can put out there, have fully produced, that people can watch when they want, that are evergreen. And I want to let you know, if you are a Secret Show annual subscriber, video you will get the video of the specials for free with your subscription. Audio annual subscriber, you'll get the audio version of these specials with your subscription. So just another reason for you to sign up for Secret Show.
Rewards are dropping. Nice.
Everybody else can rent or buy them.
Drop is receivers and mics. And we're talking bonus bets, deposit matches, parlay and
Obi was there, yeah?
I'll do that kind of drop.
Angela was there.
Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Pay home bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida.
Those cards in our bags do mean something? Yes. For people who are at the venue, the cards in your bags, keep those with those codes, because when the special comes out, the first screen will be like, do you have a code? And you can put your one-time use code in there. And when you do, that will be removed from the list, and it'll grant you access on your account. So yeah, keep those.
Water's licensed most tempting treasure. Fresh farm-raised oysters and clams. Plum salty and delicious. This bounty of bivalves makes...
Man Chicken says you have a chance to make more money on it with it on YouTube, just saying. No. No, it's an event for a specific audience directly related to the show, not for a wider YouTube audience. It makes much more sense like this, and that's where that's going to stay. This is not to say that there won't be things that are posted to YouTube like that. There absolutely will be.
Big savings is that big blue envelope in your mailbox. Valpak. It's printing with tears.
All right, couple of minutes and we're back.
Local spots, dining, services, stuff you're already buying, all for less. And you could score $100 or other instant prizes just for opening it. Or save even faster with mobile coupons you can use right now at Valpak.com. Valpak.
By the way, tomorrow is election day in some areas. That's right, tomorrow election day in some areas, including the mayor of New York City. Uh-oh. The mayor of New York City. That election is coming down tomorrow. They've said there's been pretty decent voting numbers in early voting, and youth turnout that was fairly high, I guess, for New York City, which is probably only good for Mamdani. But we'll see what happens.
Injured on the go, just call Mo. Prospective client may not obtain the same or similar results. Your ticket to big savings is that big blue envelope in your...
We got some governors, too, up for election tomorrow. Arnott says, I can't believe New York is about to do this to themselves. Arnott, do you live in New York City? If not, it's like... Good luck, guys! Have fun! Good luck! You know, cities should be in charge of their own outcomes. For better or for worse. Was Arnott at the roast? Yes. Arnott was the roast master general. Thought the cold open for SNL was pretty funny. I only saw a couple of clips from SNL this weekend, and the only vibe on SNL I've been getting is from the Live from New York subreddit, which seems to be very disconnected from the average American, I'll say. So I don't know. I haven't personally encountered a clip from this season that I've clicked on and watched and I thought it was funny. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just doesn't. I haven't seen one and clicked it and found something funny. Yeah. But maybe you saw something good. Let me know.
Extremely fluid and common factor when it comes to war is fear for both sides.
This Veterans Day, the Good Stuff podcast honors those who've served and the stories that remind us what strength really looks like.
Had over 50 operations and had 23 blood transfusions.
We're talking about resilience, purpose, and finding hope through community and connection.
There are blessings that will happen in the most unexpected places.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search the Good Stuff podcast, and listen now.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
The biggest stories of the day in all their glory and insanity. You're listening to the
over and over and over again, but who wants that? Not you, right? So welcome into the world's most viral newsroom, and you can learn more about the show by going over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com. I was trying to get a vibe on things for Halloween to see what like costumes the little kids were wearing. It was kind of interesting in my neighborhood. I saw a lot of like the classic stuff. I really did see like Ninja Turtles and things from even when I was a kid that kids are still
Space Jam.
Rocking, yeah, like these
People
old
still
school
do the
things.
Space Jam.
I saw one kid and I was like, how? One kid was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It was Roger Rabbit.
Cool
I'm
parents.
Like, how does a little kid in 2025 even know about this?
What character?
He was Roger Rabbit. He was like the main rabbit dude, like a whole rabbit costume thing going on. And I thought that was pretty impressive.
That was kind of an adult movie.
Oh, big time.
Yeah. Like there was parts of that it was definitely not made for kids. And I didn't even think it would be on any kid's radar. He might have been 7 or 8 years old.
And I think even as young as I probably finally did see Roger Rabbit, Christopher Lloyd's villain in that movie was a little terrifying. Yeah. That scream that he does. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't see too much stuff where I was like, wow, this is the big trend of the year. I
did with
online,
parents, I'll tell you that.
With parents, all I saw was online with like the 6-7 costumes.
Everyone.
I'm like, oh, good.
But you know what? There's something to it. I don't know how to feel because they ruined it for the kids, which is also, at our age, kind of fun to think about. Like, not cool anymore.
We're nipping this in the bud, is what they're saying.
Yeah, perhaps it might be the case that that's over with right now.
Still don't know what it means.
Yeah, and they don't either. No, nobody involved does, but I didn't see anything that really stuck out as like, okay, this is the thing of the moment for kids right now, except for there was a lot of the little K-pop Demon Hunters costumes.
Right, that makes sense.
Everywhere.
There was something that I didn't think I was going to see in person, but I figured that there would be a headline or two over the weekend or today, and maybe I was just disconnected enough to miss it. But were there any offensive costume stories?
Yeah, just the basic stuff. Like I saw another dumbass who dressed up in like a Nazi uniform and went out.
Yeah, that was in Georgia.
I saw that too. I was thinking more America offensive costume.
Yeah, I saw Charlie Kirk stuff. It's like for some people, it's a way to become internationally viral and famous by just wearing the most offensive thing you can think
too
of.
Soon. I did see one today when I was flipping through stuff, and I thought there's so many costumes that could be so uncomfortable to exist in. They could be really, really great costumes, like when Sabrina and ThinkPad did that roller coaster costume. Like that was super fun and clever and stuff. Was that uncomfortable to be in?
So it wasn't uncomfortable to be in, but I was under the impression that because of what it was, because we weren't like attached to each other,
right?
But it was a big piece that if you're going through a crowd in downtown Orlando, for example, that people would kind of move ways, and that was not the case. It was like I was getting caught in everybody.
So that's a good point to make, because I saw a costume that somebody was wearing where they were dressed as the White House being demolished. But it was like the widest costume. It looked so cumbersome. I was like, what is this made out of that you're able to just walk around in this? Like, it would have to be like the lightest, foamiest material to even be able to like not be sore as hell the next day.
I don't hate that.
It was clever and funny, but I thought that is probably the most annoying costume I've ever seen, or at least the one for this year.
That's about as recent as it gets, though. At least that's a recent one. And my view of the costumes, I'm like, my son is wearing a costume that is 30 years old or whatever, Toy Story. He was Woody. And his best friend or friend and roommate was also wearing the same costume. He was Woody from Toy Story. All these kids, besides the K-pop, the two Woodies, all the like K-pop Demon Hunter costumes were like the newer ones that I saw. But so much. Somebody said they saw somebody dressed up as Britney Spears, a little kid. It's like these things are a quarter century old. That's what's still making up the majority of costumes that I saw for Halloween, which is kind of strange. And so I try to think back, like, all right, let's say I'm a little kid. It's 1990, and I'm out trick-or-treating. At that time, were a majority of kids wearing costumes from 65, 25 years before? No way.
You say Toy Story, but they're still making Toy Story movies. So, the first one's old. Like, one could argue that the costume that was chosen for my son is almost 100 years old now.
Oh, what was Jackson?
He was Mickey Mouse. His favorite television character.
Mickey.
How did he take to the costume?
He did fine with it. He didn't leave the gloves on very long, which is crazy because he loves gloves, but they've made it hard for him to grab stuff, and he does love grabbing stuff. So, yeah, he did fine with the costume. It was a very comfortable costume. We made sure it wasn't going to be something that was going to annoy him and then ipso facto annoy us.
Right, of course, yeah. I mean, it does. It is one of those things where you just look at this and go, what does this mean for culture when I see what like little kids are wearing? And they're wearing all these old IPs. And maybe you could say, well, hey, Shawn, when it was 1990, weren't a lot of people who dressed up as like generic ghosts and goblins and vampires? Yeah, probably. Aren't all those really old, and weren't they old then? Yeah, probably, I guess. But I don't know if my memory is skewed or not. I just remember there being much more modern stuff. The Power Rangers were very, very big when the Power Rangers were out. All of these like shows.
So much so that I had to be the Blue Ranger because all the other Power Rangers, all the good ones, were taken.
Right, yeah. They would be sold out. Courtney said she was a hippie, a 50s girl with a poodle skirt and a gypsy when she was young. A gypsy. What are you doing? So I guess the old stuff is always kind of around out there, but I want to know from everybody else if they saw that too, that a lot of the kids were wearing costumes that were older, and from characters that were older. I always watch to see what Heidi Klum wears each.
That was insane.
This one was something. Still number one for me is the worm. But this one,
close second, I think.
A lot, yeah.
It was just very, very impressive.
So, but did this always start with her hosting her own Halloween party, or has the idea of what did Heidi Klum dress like this year just grow and snowball so much that now it is her party? Because when you look at this and you look at the step and repeat she's standing in front of, it is Heidi Klum's Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, Heidi Klum Halloween, it says right behind her. And she has an elaborate costume on, as she always does. I don't know, C-Lane. I think it may have been just that she wanted to do her annual event, and then her costume every year was just more and more crazy, more and more elaborate and impressive. And then Courtney said, I love that even though she's Heidi Klum, she doesn't do hot lady this, hot lady that. She does stuff that's hideous, kind of. She does a worm, for God's sake. Or this year, she was this creature.
It's Medusa, right?
Medusa, and the snakes are moving around.
That's dope.
I don't even know how they did that, but that's...
Did you see her
Heidi
teeth?
right here? Heidi, straight ahead. Heidi.
I mean...
Right here.
Oh,
Heidi right here.
Does she have like an extra long tongue, too? Am I saying that right?
Oh, yeah. And the snakes are like it looks so real. The snakes are moving around.
Can you imagine if a group of kids saw that costume? Just nightmare fuel.
Wandering the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'll put this up on See It Now during the break. It was really cool. I mean, it like the reveal. It's so elaborate. It must have cost so much money.
Heidi right here.
This literally could have been in a Medusa movie. The main star costume with effects.
I feel kind of bad watching that because she does the big reveal And since all of the photographers are both hands on the camera trying to get her to, Heidi, Miss Heidi, look this way. Look this way, Heidi. Heidi, Miss Heidi. Miss Plume, look this way. Nobody clapped. She does this reveal almost like she was expecting some sort of applause.
Yeah, did they eventually clap?
Straight ahead. Heidi.
Heidi, look back, right here.
Heidi,
It's
right
so
here.
creepy, man. All right, I'm going to put this up on See It Now because it is something to behold. We'll put that up. You can go to the website, thenewsjunkie.com, and hit the See It Now section of the menu, and you'll see what we're talking about. What a crazy thing she does every year with that. And this one was really a big one. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Halloween is over, but that doesn't mean dead celebrities can't still make bank. Because I have a list. This week in full-blown shooketh, MTV is canceling a show that will truly shake up their entire traffic department. Plus, just in time for the upcoming series finale, one of the Stranger Things stars is being accused of harassment. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I think everybody on the show, all the males here on the show can agree, we're dating way above our grade.
Yeah.
Like Jack married way out of his, way out.
Hey! Welcome behind the scenes of the show. We're in a network break. We'll be back from commercial before you know it. In the meantime, let's chit-chat. Let's blib-blab.
Expecting a good amount of sunshine with pleasant temperatures. It really is going to be a picture-perfect day to be outside. Plan for highs to reach the mid-70s.
Can I give you some juice?
State in Orlando, which is still
some inside juice on the roast event?
Throughout the next couple of days, we'll still be seeing temperatures warm up.
And I don't know how I feel about this.
From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jeff.
For those of you who went,
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
I want to know if you witnessed this.
Campus options means you can earn a degree from home or connect with others in person across.
And I want to know what you think should be done.
Education moves with you.
All right.
Learn more at rasmussen.edu. That's rasmussen.edu.
Hey, if you're looking for top-notch fencing,
here's what happened.
Great job for you, someone you can trust.
I have been informed that during the roast event, there was at least one woman in the audience.
And also very professional. And they
hang on. I mean, there were many women in the audience. But there was at least one woman in the audience, possibly two, who was continuously flashing her breasts.
At Farmers Insurance, we often wonder, why would you buy a top-of-the-line
now,
only to protect it with the
this is important.
Would you invest thousands in a home reno?
This is important for a couple of reasons.
And to apply that common sense further, why would you
one, there was a camera aimed at the audience the entire time. So we have an audience shot, and whatever happened in the audience, we have it captured on video. Including, allegedly, this woman who is flashing her breasts over and over and over. Many times.
Prescription testosterone therapy for no startup fee, only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Hey, just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to feel older. Prescription testosterone.
And
stores, you get up and go.
Then I go, okay, well, there was notices, there are signs posted up at the venue. You're being filmed, you're being recorded. This is going to be recorded for a special event, a video that's going to be released. Do the boobs make the cut? Or do they not? I don't know. Damn, I missed them? Somebody was doing it to ruin the vid? Maybe. I don't believe that. Show us the proof. Look, all I know, I have more info. I'll spill a little more on this because I'm holding something back. I'm not saying. I'll tell you after the next episode, okay? I'll tell you after the next episode what went on with somebody flashing, at least one person, during the roast event. And we got to talk about the other juicy thing, was about 2/3 of the way through, people started getting really drunk. All right? And that's when some things happen that we need to talk about. All right, we're going to get to that after the next episode. Boobs ruin nothing in an adult venue? Will it be in the final cut? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that it happened. That's all I know. Is it a coincidence that Bootsy wants to leave on Twitch right now? You can ask yourself that question. You can ask yourself that question. 45 seconds and we're coming back. Let the speculation begin. We'll get to all of that juice after the next episode. Here we go.
Starting Stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and...
Breathe. Use as directed.
Starting Stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Your radio just got a digital upgrade.
With the free iHeartRadio app, you can save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts.
With easy presets.
It's your personal audio passport. Get what millions already have.
The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Next episode in the second half of the show. If you missed this, catch it on the podcast. We have to talk about the 2 juicy pieces of gossip from the roast that I think need to be addressed. All right, there are two juicy pieces of gossip from the roast that I think we need to address at some point here, and we'll do that after the next episode. We'll also get to you and your feedback. So don't forget, go over to the website. It's so easy for you to do. Those of you even watching on the stream can go to thenewsjunkie.com. When you go to the website, you scroll down, you see record. Hit that and record us a dispatch. If it wants you to create an account, do it. It takes like 2 seconds. Next thing you know, we're hearing you and you're on the show with us. I'm excited about that. So get some feedback rolling in right now. And let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Because my husband would have never done that. He would never knowingly done anything like that.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Dawn, thatmortgageguydawn.com, the Home Loans Radio Show, and an extra special thank you for being a sponsor of the roast that we had last week. Much appreciated. And
it was nice to see Dawn after the show.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
And I feel like he had stuff that he wanted to say about us. And maybe next year we shall see Dawn in an outfit of sorts.
I would welcome that.
That's all I got to say. 68 years ago, 1957, the very first dog was shot into space.
Oh.
Yeah. The Russians launched the second man-made satellite, Sputnik 2.
We have a lot of these about dogs in space.
It's very sad. And on Sputnik 2 was a dog named Laika.
Like never gonna see the Earth again?
Yeah. One-way ticket.
You don't know, though. That dog might have had a blast. That dog might have been like, oh, my God.
It could be Interstellar, where it's, still in space, and she has gained 0 years. I don't know how dog years work in space, but rest in peace, and thanks for walking so we could run.
The picture on Leica's Wikipedia page is like Laika in a flight harness. Okay.
Terrified out of her goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Also, 35 years ago, 1990, this right here was #1 on the pop singles chart.
Ice Ice Baby.
Ah, yeah. And according to this little tidbit, it was the first rap single ever to top the pop chart.
Really?
So congratulations, Vanilla Ice. Rob
Van Winkle.
There you go. Coming up very soon, I've just started rewatching the entire series. It's kind of mind-blowing to see how young they were when it started. But here we are, approaching the series finale of Stranger Things. So why not, at this moment, after all these years, start leaking out the juice, pouring that hot tea. And according to Millie Bobby Brown, she's now alleging that her on-screen father figure, David Harbour, has been bullying and harassing everyone.
He's having a rough time.
Big time. Every Friday I can hear like the song releases. I have a playlist that's like, here are the new songs, the artists that you like.
And Lily Allen has been going nuts with her album.
Oh my gosh, there's one song about how he had a separate apartment called the P Palace.
Okay.
And she, they had talked about an open relationship, but mind you, all the details are in the lyrics and still rhyming and still kind of a fun song to dance to.
What's the deal with
just so people know, Lily Allen, the pop star, was married to for quite some time.
David Harbour.
David Harbour from Stranger Things.
Yes.
And it seems like this has now gone south, and she's putting out a bunch of stuff about it.
It seems like stuff is coming out of the woodwork, too, now that her album is out, because I saw something, and I thought it was about Lily Allen, and I was like, she's not dead. She's still alive. And they're like, no, it was a different David Harbour girlfriend of sorts.
Oh, yeah.
That was living at his apartment for free and killed herself.
Really?
Yeah, he was at an award show and she jumped off the balcony of his own apartment.
Oh, my God.
And Lily Allen, apparently his second apartment called the P Palace, found a chest of a bunch of sex toys, all of which somehow, like...
Oh, you can't have a P Palace without a chest full of sex toys.
Perfectly detailed to a cool beat. But now Millie Bobby Brown is in play, and according to a source, she apparently filed a formal complaint before filming the final season, had a personal representative with her when they filmed the finale, and the source also said there were pages and pages and pages of accusations. The investigation went on for months. The nature of the allegations, not sexual, though.
Has anybody actually involved talked about this? Because I'd be interested to see if they say like, "Oh yeah, this is real," or
it's just Lily Allen at this point.
Yeah. I don't even think we know. Everybody's assuming that it's from Lily Allen because that makes the most sense because she's like kind of going after him. But I don't know. It seems weird. Like this is right before Stranger Things too. Doesn't that come out in the next couple of weeks or something?
Yeah, not a great promo.
Oh no, it comes out. Is it New Year's Day?
Yep.
New Year's Day.
That's the second half of the final season, right?
I'll look it up. I thought it was just the last episode that they were putting in movie theaters on New Year's Eve.
Oh, so maybe sometime soon.
Yeah.
The Stranger Thing is trying to figure out what the schedule is. Am I right?
November 26th is Volume 1. Volume 2, December 25th.
Dang.
And the series finale is New Year's Eve.
Hot damn. You know what will not be on TV after New Year's Eve? And this is crazy to think about, considering how often we've talked about MTV's schedule. But according to reports, after 15 years, 46 seasons, 1,700 episodes, it's gone. And that is ridiculousness.
Yeah.
What are they going to put on the air now?
I think it's just toast, man.
They're still playing a lot of the catfishing show too, right?
That's done too,
I haven't
though.
watched MTV in a long time. I just remember talking about someone getting a screenshot of the daily schedule, and most of it, 85% of it, was ridiculousness.
There was a Twitter account. There's been a couple Twitter accounts that have done this, but the one for MTV was always the most ridiculous. But there was a couple Twitter accounts that would release like a graphic grid of that week's schedule for those stations. And the one for MTV was just all ridiculousness.
All ridiculousness.
Yeah.
New episodes will continue to air into the new year, but sources say MTV wants to return to shows that are more like the stuff they did in the early, more experimental days, whatever that means.
I think it's too late. MTV is in like almost 70 million households, last I saw. 70 million households. and their big shows, their big tentpole shows get about 200,000 viewers.
I think they're just lucky to be attached to the conglomerate because that owns Pluto, and now you can go to whatever channel. Because I can see ridiculousness being something that's in the background at a bar.
Oh, sure,
TV, you know? But we'll see what happens after that. If ridiculousness is dead, that doesn't mean they can't make any money, and that's my segue into a new list that Forbes has released of all the highest paid dead AF celebrities.
All right.
In 2025. This is based on their pre-tax earnings from sales, streams, and other licensing deals.
What are the rules? Do they have to be dead before 2025?
Yeah.
Okay, so nobody.
So Ozzy's out, right?
Yeah.
Ozzy is out. But this is everyone else who has earned, so much money. I'll start with number 10, all right? Or, I'm sorry, 13, Kobe Bryant, $10 million.
That makes sense.
Arnold Palmer, $11 million.
He's got a lot of businesses.
It's a great drink, too.
All those iced tea and lemonades.
Prince, $11 million. John Legend, imagine if I made $12 million.
You mean John Lennon.
What'd I say?
Yeah. You just killed John Legend.
My bad. Sorry, Christy. Bob Marley, 13 million buckaroos. At number 8, Jimmy Buffett, 14 million. Elvis Presley, thank you very much, at number 7 with $17 million. I feel like as I go up this list, they have been more dead than like Kobe Bryant, as far as they've been dead longer, rather.
All right.
Because we have Elvis Presley, 17, Miles Davis, $21 million.
Damn, Miles Davis?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's Louis Armstrong.
He probably had, his hand in a bunch of really popular songs or stuff was sampled.
The Notorious B.I.G., $80 million. Tie for number 3, Pink Floyd members Richard Wright and Sid Barrett, $81 million each. At number 2, Dr. freaking Seuss, $85 million.
That makes sense.
But number 1, any guesses before I play it?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it's got to be Michael Jackson. Yeah.
105 million dead ass dollars.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right in his dead ass pocket.
How much? You said Marley was 13 million, 10 million?
Marley was 13.
Was Marley a millionaire? I kind of get that. Obviously, he's made much more after the fact.
But Dr. Seuss, good on you.
Yes, Bob Marley was likely a millionaire by today's standards. The time of his death, his net worth was about $11.5 million.
Damn.
Good for him.
How much weed can you get with $11.5 million?
What a
lot.
On the boob tube, we've got football, baby. Yeah. Go Cardinals and or Cowboys. We have the second season premiere of St. Denis Medical on NBC. Celebrity Weakest Link has a lot of celebrities. Gonna see if they're the weakest link. The Voice, part 2 of Knockout Rounds. Series premiere of Crutch on Paramount Plus. And you can catch People's Sexiest Man Alive on Fallon. Follow your dreams with me on Instagram.
I gotta go tape that now.
Sabrina Ambra. And stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, we'll talk about some of the juicier sides of the roast, some stuff that happened during the event that we need to discuss. And we'll get into the nitty-gritty there. Plus, we still have to talk about some crazy last-minute stuff happening with the food stamp drama. Dumb Homes, the woman who encountered one of the escaped lab monkeys, all of that coming up in this hour alone. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need. There's some construction slowing things down, heading through the city on I-4 eastbound before that Colonial Drive exit there. That's off to the shoulder. You're going to run into some familiar delays still piling up on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. On the rest of the major roadways, there's no surprises, accidents affecting your drive this afternoon. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
My name is Arnold Bogarty, and prior to me enrolling in Rasmussen to become a nurse, I spent 16 years in the military. I went to visit the campus. The facilities were amazing.
Rasmussen.
Hello. How you doing, everybody? Hope we're good. I'll be there one moment. Another thing we're going to be talking about.
The Villatuski Eye Institute, trusted, local, life-changing. Discover huge savings with the wonders of the sea. Meet the joy of the holidays at SeaWorld's Christmas celebration.
Another thing we're going to be talking about is the big drama brewing in the South Park world. All right, we'll get to that. Big drama brewing in the South Park world.
New flavors and a winter wonderland filled with millions of twinkling lights at SeaWorld's Christmas celebration. Select dates through January 5th. Save up to 65% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our Black Friday pre-sale. Hurry, offering soon. Taxes, fees, block updates, and other restrictions may apply.
Nick Lee.
You know the biggest hassle with selling your home with the
How you doing? Everything good?
figuring out where to put the sofa in your
Check in, everybody.
Because your old home won't be on the market for long. TNG
I hope you had a good Halloween. Hope it was a nice, safe time for you. Now we're in this interesting spot where we're just kind of cruising along. We got a beautiful month here. The weather is fantastic. It's gorgeous outside. We're going to cruise through November. We got Thanksgiving break before too long. And then we're going to cruise through December and wrap up 2025, believe it or not. I mean, I can't believe we're this far through 2025, but we are. Hey, Charles. Kevin says, leave South Park alone. I wish they would. I wish they would. We'll explain. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Nicole. How are you? Welcome in.
Imagine a holiday season without sneezing, sinus.
Hit that like button, please. Hit that like button on the stream. Now, if you ask me, or if you don't ask me, I'll tell you anyways. I think MTV is basically just going to be like Playboy. MTV, much like Playboy, will be worth more money as a logo you can sell on shirts and trinkets, as something you can attach to an award show that you can maybe air on another network, you know? So MTV becomes the MTV Music Awards or the MTV Video Music Awards, whatever, airing on another network so they can use the brand. It'll all be just like Playboy, just about the brand. Nobody is engaging in the product anymore. Cable television is in a pretty bad situation if you're not HBO, Showtime. Who else stands out? Cinemax a little. It's Max. Trying to think. AMC. Maybe USA still does okay. Save for a handful of networks, they are just getting smashed. 2 minutes. Could be Muhammad TV? Maybe. I want my MTV Classic. Live sports, yes. ESPN is heads above everybody else. Live sports is one of the few things that keeps people coming back to live TV. What about the Playboy Scrambly channel? That was a blast back in the day, wasn't it?
You name it. We
That was a blast.
Insurance companies joke about the mayhem
90 seconds.
on roadways. We've seen the real effects.
Trey says ABC for Monday Night Football. Local antenna works perfect. Trey, are you messaging us from YouTube in 2005? Just from way behind the times?
And all the money your case is worth. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farrah and Farrah. Orlando.
I'm worth more.
It was a blast, all right. I see what you're doing. So easy you can do it. All right, folks, we're coming back. We'll give you some juice, little juice from behind the scenes for the roast. We'll get set up for this escape monkey story. Okay, here we go.
Times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it! Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is
Subscribe to the podcast for free. Imagine that. Over on iHeartRadio. Yes, that's where it is. And you can find the links you need at thenewsjunkie.com. Couple of things. Some drama, really, from the roast event. And we got to figure out how to handle these two things. Honest to God, I was thinking about this a bit this morning. I was like, I don't know what the right move is here. Word is that there was at least one attendee of the roast event who may have been flashing her boobs during the event. And as many of you know, there was a camera trained on the audience. There was which I don't know if that played into these things. If people were like, oh, there's a camera pointed at us, and people started to get saucy, and it was like, whoa! And
it's a lot of editing over both nipples.
I have no idea what the response to this should be. Should it be like, okay, well, let's edit this out, or
no, just put
keep
logos
it in
over it. We have to decide if it's a pumpkin or the News Junkie logo, or maybe something else that's fun.
Everybody knew there was signs everywhere on the entrances, everywhere coming into the venue, like this is being filmed for a video special, a video on demand special. And you will be videotaped and audio recorded in this room, just so you know. It's right there, posted everywhere clearly. So somebody saw at least one person. I heard there may have been two, but at least one person started getting saucy and started flashing boobs during the roast. And I don't know what the hell to do with that. how to handle that. And there's other stories afterwards that we can leave. But
was it good boobs?
I have no idea. I did not see them.
Was it someone that's flashed their boobs in the past?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it was new boobs.
New boob alert. New boob alert.
As much as I can guarantee that. There was somebody who showed up and they were like, this is a fancy event. I'm going and let's do it. Here we go. Let's flop these things out right now. And they were putting them on display during the roast. Now, I did tell you it was much easier to see like some stuff happening in the crowd from the stage during the roast this year, because it definitely was. I was able to pick out a couple of things, a couple of people here and there, but I didn't see any of this. I did not see it. I only heard about it from multiple people afterwards. So I don't know exactly what the story is there. If the person who was flashing wants to give their backstory, hit us up. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com.
More of a front story. Come on.
TIPS. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Just in case you
Other
get
one
that.
won't go through. No.
Yeah, it's gonna get bounced back. You don't want to do that, but we'll have to figure out what to do with that. And then the second thing was, there was a point, I would say it was just a little over halfway through the roast, where whether it was because you guys got into the little like lounge area early, because you guys, some of you were there as soon as the lounge area opened at 6:30, and then you got into the venue at 7:00, and then the roast started at about 8:15. So that's an hour and 45 minutes before the start of the show. And at the start of the show, everybody was like professional, and you guys were like really looking sharp and being respectful. At some point, I would say around the midpoint of the roast, people started to go wild. People,
the ones shouting stuff randomly.
Yeah, I can tell which of you talk to your radios out loud.
There was a lot of people who were, as Sealand said, like kind of shouting back at the radio.
And y'all were not mic'd, so.
Oh no, they were. There was a mic on there.
In the sense of like at that moment, we could not hear you as well as maybe you thought we could hear you.
I could hear little bits, and some of it was like trying to join in on the roasting.
Yeah,
some of it
good old
was
classic participation roast.
Yeah. Some of it was like trying to ask questions in the middle of the roast. People started to get saucy, man. And Bootsy says the shouters were annoying. There was a group. There was people here and there, and it's interesting because I see some people saying heckling. I wouldn't really classify it as heckling.
I don't. It's. I think there's that term has loosened a bit, because I've heard of comedians that were on stage referring to people who are as heckling, even though they're not going, "Boo, you suck!" like that.
Interrupters.
They're including people who just like interrupt or like, "Hey, you're awesome! That was a funny joke!" Like, the participation part. They're kind of roping those in with heckling as well.
Because some people would stand up and they'd be like, "That's totally true, man." And you, wait, what?
I know your dog's name.
Yeah, what is happening? People were getting really drunk and saucy, and I think they wanted to be part of it. I know there was people asking beforehand, like, "Can we have a thing where the audience can roast?" And it felt like some people wanted to at that point in time. Now, because this was such a professional production, we can keep some of that stuff in or completely keep it out, and you'll never know that it happened to begin with. But a bunch of times there was people just like tossing in their 2 cents throughout I would say it was like maybe a little beyond half to maybe 2/3 through the event, where they started to toss that stuff out there.
I think that definition is shifted, because over the years, I definitely, if you talked about heckling to me, I would think it's people who are just telling you that you suck. Yeah, trolling whoever's on stage. And the problem started being people that were drunk and with you about it, but still should have been silent about that.
Yeah. Somebody says Mo was truly unruly. Austin says Mo was truly unruly. I don't think it was Mo.
Mo was great, though. I got to tell you. Did not expect.
Was he? Could have gone without some of Mo.
Oh, please.
The event would not have happened without all of Mo. He did, I mean, great. He has been in studio leading up to the event, and neither of us knew it was going to go down.
News to me.
Yeah. I'm sitting next to Celia. I'm like, oh my God, this is something else. And that's part of the roast also.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
You look like you don't believe that we didn't know. I didn't know.
I swear to God, we did not know.
Hold on. I believe that you guys didn't know.
Okay.
I never said that. Yeah. Was it part of the roast? I don't know. If I'm being real, I don't know necessarily. That was one of the only things where I was like, come on, man. But it'll stay in. It'll stay in for those of you who want to watch eventually. We'll see what you all thought about this. But I didn't hear Mo freaking out. It was mostly, can I just say it? It was mostly females. It was mostly women in the audience that I heard saying stuff, but not all, because there were, the drunker people got, the more they were like, hell yeah, what about this? And what about this thing? Oh, holy cow. Which is interesting. And I say the heckler thing because if you think about it like a heckler, you think that means that things were going wrong. Things weren't going wrong. The audience was really like into everything that was happening, I think, almost the entire time. Like the audience was dialed in and really laughing and having a blast. But then some of you thought like at this portion where we just hit this drunk meter, this drunk limit was hit, that like, I want to be part of this too. I want to say something too, and I want to inject my opinion here. So I don't know what to do with that either, but it was, I guess it wouldn't be one of our events if it didn't get kind of wild like that. If it was too tame. I think the folks at Judson's, like I heard multiple times the staff talking back and forth. They were like, "This is we've never had anything like this. We've never had an event like this."
It's still a pretty new venue. I would believe that if they care to tell us what got wilder, I want to know.
Yeah, Bootsy says, opinion, next time let's have a pee break. So probably. There's two choices that you can make an event like this. One is just hammer it out because you don't want to lose any kind of momentum. And that's what I thought might be the best move. Two is it goes on longer. I don't know how long. You guys know when we ended?
It was like 90.
It had to be. It was at least 90 minutes, if not it going even longer than that. I have no idea. But it went on for a little while. And just so everybody knows, however you felt, all right, however you felt, the moment I sat down, had to pee worse than I've ever had to pee in my life. And I couldn't go anywhere. I was completely stuck.
Should have just peed your pants, man.
I thought about going like, hang on, let's do a timeout. I have to run and go to the bathroom right now.
One of the roasters and I may have done a last-minute pee in a dressing room before the show. And
in toilet, I hope?
He was using the toilet, and since the toilet was not available, there were showers.
Thank you so much, Judson's.
Did you hear back from Judson's management, by the way, C-Lane?
No, why?
They were upset with you over a couple of things.
First I've heard.
Yeah. One was perhaps there was something that you brought along with you to the venue.
Ain't no way.
No.
What's happening? Not the time.
Perhaps.
Not the time.
There was talk. There was discussions.
You did bring that T-shirt cannon, and they asked
among the staff about things. And all I could say is thank God you brought it, because though it made me have to pee very, very bad afterwards, it certainly cooled me down beforehand and got me ready.
I brought Liquid IV and Red Bulls.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Liquid IV and Red. Okay. All right. I believe you. I believe you, folks. I believe them. You could tell us what you thought about the event. Send your dispatches over if you were one of the lucky ones to be there. I was kidding, by the way. They didn't say anything about you. The venue loved you. Everybody's
There's nothing to say.
No, sure.
Although I could have, though. I probably shouldn't say this part.
Thank you so much, Judson, for having us.
Don't say that. That part's bad, actually. They were fantastic through and through, and wanted, like, even before we did the event, they're like, we should do this again next year. Who knows
fun.
about that? That's pretty far down the line.
They're good people. What was interesting is, like, leading up to it, you forget how big Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center is. So, like, as we get there, I am right in front of me, a cellist, and right behind me is 4 opera singers, and we're just all going through the same security line. And they're like, "Oh, you guys were at that comedy show. That way, please."
Yeah.
Sounds good. You are not a professional musician at all.
No.
They skipped me past a lot of opera singers.
Yeah, there was very different audiences there that night. There was and performers. Very, very true. Yeah, there was a point. I don't know if anybody got it on video. Somebody might have. I think somebody was recording on their phone, But there was a point when a couple of people backstage, including Ross Padgett, I think he was the one in particular to bring this up, but I might be wrong about that. It was Ross Padgett, Ross McCoy, C-Lane, Josh, Ryan, and a couple other people, I think. And Ross was like, hey, are there any limits, or can we go full force? What can we do? And I was like, just so everybody knows, I was like, hey, just so everybody knows, do whatever you got to do so that the audience has fun. And if the audience has fun, that's all I care about. If people are laughing and enjoying themselves, that's the point of all of this. I'll not hold it against you afterwards. And I think for the most part, people got that was the assignment. But it was so fun, and I can't wait for everybody to see the video and to see how all this came out. For those of you who obviously weren't in attendance,
I can't wait to see it. There's some of the parts of it I don't, so nervous leading up to. Yeah.
Can I tell you? You say you were nervous. Courtney made a comment right afterwards, and she was like, C-Lane was the best I've seen him. He was. She mentioned specifically, she was like, he was like Louis C.K. She was like, C-Lane seemed so.
Oh, you did do that masturbating in front of everybody.
Calm and like confident and in control in the moment. And she was in particular saying like, you really. So if you were nervous.
Do you remember Will Ferrell at the end of Old School when he gives that speech at the decathlon or what? Not decathlon, but like the academic thing. And then afterwards he goes, what did I say? I blacked out. What did I say? That was it. I like wiped my face. I did the thing, and then I went, how did it go?
I did the wrong song.
I did the wrong song.
Oh, God. All right. So we'll take more of your comments on that as we roll on throughout the show today. It was fun to relive a little bit of that. Let's see here. I did want to talk about a bunch of other things. So let's work some stuff in. One thing was there's a story that's been going viral sort of here and there about the LDS Church. You guys know what that means when I say the LDS Church.
Latter-day Saints?
The Church, the Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints, the Mormon Church, if you will. And
hello.
Let's see if you guys can bring up another story on this to get some more details, because I don't have too much. But I had heard that there was this huge thing in the Mormon Church when they changed the rules for like Mormon underwear. I'm not kidding. It's serious. Like, you guys have heard about like the Mormon Church. If you're really somebody who adheres to the rules, they have they call them magic underwear that they're supposed to wear. And I guess in the Mormon Church, they decided to change some of the rules. And when they did that, there's only a handful of places that you can go to get this stuff. And there were these massive waits, like huge lines and stuff.
For underwear.
For people trying to buy the new version of the magic underwear in the Mormon Church.
Now,
are you talking about the temple garment?
Yeah. There's a different version
what they had to wear
of it.
before it was time to have children. Or it's just you, Pat. That was part of the uniform.
No. It's like, I think you're supposed to use this more often than that. But here's a line of the people. This will give us some more info.
Towards Tuesday, lines stretched out the door as Latter-day Saints gathered for the launch of new temple garments. The release introduces sleeveless tops and new fabrics in tank top-like design meant to help members in warmer climates.
All right, so they didn't have like underwear tops and bottoms that were as good for when it was cold outside, and they loosened the rules. And so there was a 3-hour line of people to get these and get the new merch, the new Mormon merch that was being released. Steve-O says Mormons have magic underwear. Do people not know this? Should I go back to that first?
Yeah, I didn't know. It says Mormon women can wear new sacred undergarments. Some wonder why now. Even on scorching summer days, faithful members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints wear sacred religious garments underneath their clothing.
Here it is.
Okay, so if it's the same thing, but no sleeves.
For those of you who don't know.
Why can't you just cut them yourself?
Well, they started with this like old school garment that you would wear, and they call it your magic underwear if you're a Mormon. And it's like...
Also, a lot of room for the male Mormons.
It's like, they're like long shorts for men and women. and then like a white shirt for men and like a white, like almost like a bra type thing for women. But it hadn't been updated in so long.
Doesn't look very supporting.
No, not at all. It looks horrible, which is why there's a 3-hour line when they change this. It's called the temple garment. I know our Mormons out there are going crazy, so do join in. Join the conversation with your take on this. A temple garment, also referred to as garments or garments of the holy priesthood or Mormon underwear, they also call them magic underwear, is a type of underwear worn by adherents of the LDS movement, Latter-day Saints movement, after they have taken part in the endowment ceremony. Garments are required for any individual who previously participated in the endowment ceremony to enter a temple. The undergarments are viewed as a symbolic reminder of the covenants made in temple ceremonies, and they're seen as a symbolic and or literal source of protection. The garment is given as part of the washing and anointing part of the endowment and is worn under the temple robes. And so once, you're sort of baptized in a way, they give you these and you have to wear them to any kind of like church or official events.
Also available on their online store. Did you know that was a thing?
Yeah, they got merch. That's what I'm saying.
I just sent you guys the link to the website. It's something else.
Hold on. I want to see how much they cost, actually. Give me just a second to pull this up.
Store.churchofjesuschrist.org.
Yeah,
Bet your ass.
That's real.
New
Store.churchofjesuschrist.org.
You have to sign in.
Oh, do you? You have to be like a member? Oh, and look what it says. It says, we are experiencing very high demand for the new garment styles, which cause some products to be temporarily out of stock online and in some distribution stores. Online orders will be processed in the order they're received. We appreciate your patience and are working to ensure a smooth experience for everyone. So, like these undergarments, like these underwear that the Mormons have to wear, they finally updated them, and it caused this huge line at all of these places.
This store is crazy.
That's so weird.
They talked to this woman, Dara Layton, and she says she thinks her closet has doubled in size since getting the sleeveless garment about a month ago. I went on probably the biggest shopping spree I've ever gone on in my entire life. I was like so excited to have new styles that I could wear.
Yeah,
And
because
then-
their old styles were from like the 1800s looking.
I don't know
you
how modern they're going to look.
I don't know. They haven't showed them.
So
Maybe
do
they show them
Mormons
in
not
this.
have bathing suits then? She said my shoulders have never been more tan in my entire life.
They have to go in full garment, I'm pretty sure.
To the beach?
Like
I don't
their
know about
bathing
that.
suit would be much like the magic underwear picture you showed, where it's like everything's still being covered.
We need to hear from Mormons. Join us and tell us what your thoughts are on this and what the
Hello,
rules
Mormons.
are. 2 tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And let me go back to this. This is from St. George News.
St. George News at 5 Anchor. Monica McLaughlin asked why the new garments are exciting local church members.
I'm Monica with St. George News, and I've got Lexi here with me who works at Deseret Book. As you can see the line behind us. Lexi, what's going on here today?
Today, we opened the launching of our brand new garments for the Latter-day Saints of the Church of Jesus Christ.
Yes!
So we're super excited to be able to have everyone out here and excited about these new garments being launched.
So what have you seen outside this store?
Lots of excitement, that's for sure. So we're just excited as this is a way that we have seen people come closer to our Savior Jesus Christ. It's a great opportunity for them to be able to come closer to Him through the way that they dedicate their
All
lives.
right, they haven't showed, and this is what I really want to see, what the new stuff looks like. Do they go inside? Or maybe they won't show it because is that like, would that be seen as something that was frowned
They had
upon?
it on the
Like-
website. They're not going to show themselves wearing it, I guess, but
Yeah, they won't have like a model in it
it's
or
weird.
something.
I feel
but-
like she said a lot of words, but
Jesus Christ was one of them.
didn't say a lot of things.
Because it's about underwear. I think that they don't want to necessarily share this information. Here's this, a historic update. The wait is finally over.
Is finally over. The sleeveless Latter-day Saint garments are now officially on sale across the United
Finally!
States. And as I'm sure you've seen all over social media, the demand is so high, it's already crashing the church's online store and causing long lines outside of Deseret Book. Follow me, and I'm going to keep you up to date on breaking Church of Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay, I'll follow. I'll give you a follow. I
Jesus Christ,
really
Latter-day
need that
Saints.
information moving forward. So we want to hear from you, Mormons. Tell us what's going on with these updated outfits, and if you got one, and whether you have to wear these to what places, all of that. Very valuable information. Take a moment. Tips, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com, or send a dispatch on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. When we return, we will get into the escaped lab monkey that we talked about last week. This escaped lab monkey, some original stories said it had like herpes and COVID at the same time. Then they said, no, it didn't, we assure you. And they murdered all the monkeys. And then there was one on the loose still. Now we know the fate of the one on the loose. And it's a wild tale of a mother protecting her family. And those details are coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
It's Los Angeles eats the most hot dogs. Why would that be?
Actresses got to practice.
What?
Ryan. The Monsters in the Morning.
Real radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash block in the right lane on Orange Blossom Trail northbound at Tap Vineland Road. Ongoing construction continues off to the shoulder, slowing things down through the city on I-4 eastbound.
Dull Mike, hello. What's up there, friends? Hey, thanks to everybody who came out to the roast. That was a good damn time. What's up, Bootsy? Hello. Yeah, I had a blast. It was definitely something that leading up to I was super nervous about, but I think everybody just killed it. It was a good time. What's up, Croton Network? Snoop Frog, Crazy Drunk Cat Lady. Hello again, Snoop Frog. I did say Bucci by mistake. That's my bad, Big Doug Millionaire. Hope everybody had a good Halloween weekend. It got chilly on Halloween, like actual Friday once the sun was down for a little bit. Ooh, I had to go get a coat. We were outside all night. And just kind of hanging out, doing the family thing, and then putting all the kids away and letting the drinks flow, which was pretty fun. Lee Road, what's up? Angela, thank you very much. That's very sweet of you. T-Back, living La Vida Local, hello. Thank you, Crazy Drunk Cat Lady. That piano was awesome. I was running kind of behind getting to the venue, but I wanted to get there in enough time to just sit at that piano and just play around for a little bit because it's a really nice sounding piano. And I think I was messing around with Fritz and stuff because I was like singing stuff, and my voice was nowhere near like warmed up or anything. And I was like, I think my piano at home is flat. Did Ross go hard after getting permission? I don't know if this is something they addressed on the show or if you're just. If this was something else, I told Ross to say whatever he wants to say. I want to hear it, and I think there was something that he skipped, but it happens. Anyway, Shawn is taking over, so I will let him do his Skull Mikey thing. And
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. We got 2 minutes and we're back live on the show. Skull Mike is activated. Oh, Skull Mike still has the witch's hat. Wonder how long we should keep this up for. At least for right now. I think it's fine. Welcome in, everybody. Hit the like button so you can support the stream today. Or if you hate the show, hit the like button. It's the best way to send the message. Like button either way. Was C-Lane talking to you? Did I knock out a... Did I cut off a C-Lane dome mic? I didn't know he was chit-chatting. Chick named Woody says, Shawn, magic underwear is considered offensive to LDS. They are sacred garments, just saying. But what if I don't care? Yay! Yay! The witch's hat is outdated now. Christmas lights went up this weekend. There are people in my neighborhood that Friday morning had their Christmas lights up. I say that's a little too soon. Friday morning. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to religions that I'm not a part of, why am I going to bend over backwards or go out of my way to follow their set of rules? Your set of rules in your religion, I believe, is set up for you. You know what I mean? So like the Christians, the Muslims, the Mormons, everybody, it's your group. You can have your set of rules. But I don't think you should expect people outside to follow it. Like if I want to draw Muhammad, for example, I don't think you should think that it's okay to cut my head off.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000.
Or if I want to say magic underwear, you know, I might say magic underwear. Very different, by the way, very different.
Magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Real Radio 104.1.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This.
I talked a little bit about Dylan and his performance introducing me at the roast. The rest of you will see this when everything's all edited and released at some point in time. Dylan had such a good time. Like he could not stop talking afterwards.
Oh,
about,
cool!
Like being there and getting to be a part of that, and for him, he has his everyday life and all the stuff that he does, and then he connects with the audience every once in a while. And to be able to be up in front of the crowd and then and feel good about it, I thought it was pretty cool.
And I still had that moment just walking in. I'm like, what was that?
Yeah.
You look familiar. I cannot put, and oh my God, it was Dylan, because I still see that 12-year-old with the blonde and tiny, and now he's a full-grown man, and he was hilarious.
Yeah, it's been so long now. He's 25. He's 25 years old.
We still kind of see the little kid that you made cry in the old studio when you asked him about it, if he had a girlfriend.
I don't make him cry anymore. Yeah, I've toughened him up over the years. He hasn't done that as of late, but he had such a blast. And just everybody there, I want you to know that, because he just couldn't stop talking about it.
Did he stick around for Halloween, or what? Did he haul ass back to West Palm?
When we woke up the next morning, we went and had some breakfast and went to Wine Bar George and had some lunch at some point. And then he had to get back because he had to work at the vape store. The vape store doesn't run itself. You know? You got to get back out there. You got to get slinging the vapes. So he got back out and got back to work, and then I think did some Halloween stuff with his friends at some point in time. But it was awesome to get to see him at least for a little while. And then on the way out, I was like clicking into the very rare for me dad mode, where he drove his car up here. He's got a Honda, and I'm looking at the car. I'm like,
"When's the last time you had an oil change on this, son?"
He's like, "I just got an oil change, Dad." And I go, "Your tires look a little low. Let's check your tires. Let's fill them up. Let's get them all up to the amount of PSI that they're supposed to be."
My dad, the first handful of times he came to the house that I'm at now, he would look outside and go, "Pool needs water. Pool needs water. You need to fill up that pool."
It's like you go into this dad role where you can't just sit back. And so I'm like, "How many miles on it? How many miles?" And he goes, "Here's how many miles." I say, "Okay, all right." You just keep to the turnpike and make sure you're just following all the rules of the road. And what am I doing here? But,
10 and 2.
Yeah.
I was like, just send me an emoji if you are okay. Thumbs up, thumb down.
He got out of here, but I just wanted to say he had a blast. He really had a good time, and it made him feel good. There are some people who don't feel great about this, but we have to share the story with you regardless. And we talked last week about the situation in Mississippi, where there was a truck that was headed to a facility, and actually, I think it was like headed through Louisiana at one point in time, and the truck crashed. And all these lab monkeys poured out of the truck. They spilled out of the truck, and they went running in all sorts of directions. And they at first were saying, the driver of the truck was like, all the monkeys got herpes and COVID. They're test monkeys. Stay away. They're dangerous. And the news goes, wait, they have what? And he goes, they have COVID and they have herpes. And you gotta stay away from them. And they assured us that the monkeys, the lab monkeys, didn't actually have these things. But then they proceeded to kill all of them. They killed all the monkeys. And there was just one on the loose. And there was a mother who encountered the final one. And it was in her yard, I guess, in Mississippi. I think this is some of the footage of the monkey on the loose. There he is. There's the monkey. Just in the grass. This is where the crash was, I think, because I see some of the parts of the truck, the cages and whatnot. And the monkey's like,
oh my God, they're probably terrified.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Lady filming goes, oh my God. Oh my God, the monkeys are running around right now.
Oh my God.
There was just one left on the loose, and I got bad news. There was
it's been
mom
destroyed.
The mom said, I felt like I had to protect my children, and she blasted the monkey.
Fatality.
And she said that she feared for the safety of her children. WAPT News had this. Let's see what they say.
Well, a homeowner near Heidelberg shot and killed one of the monkeys that escaped after a truck overturned in Jasper County.
At first, because I said, okay, if I shoot, is he going to run to me?
Well, that right there was Jessica Bond Ferguson, and she said that she was alerted by her 16-year-old son, who said he had seen a monkey running in their yard outside their home near Heidelberg.
If I ever said that to my mom would go, yeah, right. Shut up. There's no... Mom, I swear there's a monkey in the yard right now. And mom goes, all right. Mom goes out in the yard to take a look, and she sees the monkey, and things didn't go well.
6 this morning. And the Jasper County Sheriff's Office confirmed in a social media post that a homeowner had found one of the monkeys on their property Sunday morning. Well, that was them. The State Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks said that monkey is now in their possession.
Oh, the guy... Oh, I thought she shot the monkey. It said the monkey survived?
Good.
Oh, no. This can't be right.
Okay.
So I don't think they have the latest news, because the Associated Press literally says one of the monkeys that was escaped was shot and killed. But this guy's saying it's alive still.
Shot at it the first time, he just sat there. And I shot again, and that's when he went back. And I said, I was confused because he wasn't scared of anything. He didn't move. He just sitting there watching me. Woo.
They probably doesn't know what a gun is.
Somebody in the background's like, woo!
Monkeys that were on the loose as of this morning, but with this one now being found, there are 2 that are still unaccounted for. And the truck drivers say that they were coming from Tulane University in New Orleans. However, no one is saying where that truck was going.
This must have been an earlier report, because this one, the Associated Press says, as of this morning, one of the monkeys that was shot by a woman was killed. She said she feared for the safety of her children. Jessica Ferguson said she was alerted about this. She got out of bed, grabbed her firearm and her cell phone, and stepped outside where she saw the monkey about 60 feet away. She said she and other residents had been warned that the monkeys had diseases, so she said, hey, I don't care what they say, I'm firing my gun.
Not a good time for a disease-free monkey in those parts. In those, you want to lay low.
Yeah, everybody got word that they were diseased, even if they weren't, and started getting upset about this. She has 5 children from the ages of 4 to 16. She says, I shot at it, and it just stood there. I shot again, and he backed up, and that's when he fell.
Oh.
And she said, if he attacked somebody's kid and I could have stopped it, that would have been a lot on me, the professional chef said. It's kind of scary and dangerous that they're running around and people have kids playing in their yards. So she's saying, like, I couldn't be the person who didn't do anything about it. And then next thing you know, it attacks somebody else. Yeah, somebody gets attacked by the monkey just running amok. So I get it. I see why she would say that. What do you think? Let us know. Send us a dispatch over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. The South Park guys are in some big trouble right now. Oh, boy. I'll tell you what's going on with them. We got jury duty coming up. Then we got this government shutdown and SNAP and some last-minute things happening. Also, restaurants have decided to do something that is pretty interesting as a result of people losing these benefits. What's that? We'll get into all that as we move forward. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
You never know just how you look through other people's eyes.
Real Music Weekend.
68-yard field goal by Jags kicker Nam Little. College football news, Florida freshman receiver Dallas Wilson out for the rest of the year with a foot injury. In the NBA, the Magic return tomorrow night looking for a third straight win when they visit Atlanta. UCF basketball tips off a new season tonight at home against Hofstra. I'm Matt McCoy.
Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
Here by Jim Colbert here. The fall is here. The air is crisp. The colors are bright. Life just feels a little clearer. But are you seeing the world as clearly as you should? Don't let another season pass you by. The experts at the Filatowski Eye Institute can help you enjoy every beautiful detail without the hassle of glasses or contacts. So if you're considering LASIK or other vision correction surgery, call 407-333-5111 today and schedule your consultation. That's 407-333-5111 or visit filatowskieye.com. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing. Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for Life Imaging FLA. November is Men's Health Awareness Month, and that's super important. We had a caller recently who told us he watched his brother have a heart attack, his father had a heart attack, and he thought to himself, maybe, just maybe, this is in my family history. He goes to Life Imaging FLA, gets this free heart scan, and guess what? Has a blockage bad enough to put him in.
Hello. How are ya? Hang on.
Your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That is all you have to do to make your appointment. Again, pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds, guys. It is certainly time for you to take control of your long-term health care with this free scan from Life Imaging FLA. You'll have the option to receive it one-time auto dial text message from my heart media.
Imagine a holiday season without sneezing, sinus headaches, or watery eyes. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help. Aspire has clinically proven treatments that meet your budget and lifestyle, so you're not locked into weekly allergy shots like with most allergists. And you may be close to meeting that health deductible.
Okay.
So your visit could be covered. Don't let
Think we're all set.
issues ruin your holiday.
Jury duty coming up next.
Breathing easy in no time.
And
AspireAllergy.com to schedule your
might I tell you,
That's Aspire Allergy.
in jury duty, we will have a story about the Terrifier movie that has ended up in court. We will have the lady from Perfect Neighbor. Remember that? The documentary about the lady next door who the little kids were like playing in the neighborhood, God forbid. And she had a rivalry with them. And then she shot and killed their mother in cold blood. That woman is back in the news in jury duty. The evil one. I'll explain.
At Galen College of Nursing, we understand that, which is why we provide one-to-one tutoring support and assigned academic advisors who will work with you to keep you on track from day one. You can change the course of your life and the lives of people counting on you, because we believe the better we care for nursing students now, the brighter the future of nursing will be.
Is she getting a pardon? No. No. Although, you never know, okay? You just don't know. And the reason why I say that is because I saw this weekend Trump was asked again about the Binance CEO that he pardoned. And they're like, why did you pardon this Binance CEO? It was a big crypto scam he was involved in. Why did you pardon him? And Trump was like, I don't know. Somebody just told me about it. And they said it was a rigged deal. You know, it was a Biden job. And I had to do something about it. Like, oh, so you never know. Is she still crying her crocodile tears? You'll see. Abraham says, he literally said, I don't know who he is. That's true. I don't know if that's a direct quote, but yeah, I think, if not, very, very, very close to that. He said he doesn't know what the story is about, doesn't know the details, and somebody had been encouraging him to pardon. Time change needs to be abolished. I'll tell you from my perspective, I was wondering, like, how will this morning be with the time change? And maybe I'm not fully adjusted to it yet, but it was beautiful. I woke up at about 6:30, and I said I got a couple hours, and I slept for like an hour, and I woke up a little while longer, and I slept and I felt like it was a nice, relaxing morning for me.
Tell us what happened, ma'am.
Well, I said to myself,
90 seconds and we're back live.
Why? They had a trade payoff event. Let me guess. You had put
He freed that guy because his sons asked him to. That's crazy. I don't know if it was Trump's sons, but they are involved in the world of crypto. I don't know. I don't know who it was. I know that guy appears to me to be, a corrupt financial criminal, and I probably would not have freed him. No, I definitely would not have freed him. I don't know how long he was facing as a full sentence, but I didn't see him as like some sort of political prisoner. I think that's ridiculous. How is the Tiger King still in prison?
Expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast, lock stains, and go on smooth for virtually flawless.
Just split the time change down the middle and be done with it?
Grab yours today at Lowe's.
That's going to be chaos. We're going to be on a half hour? Nobody will understand. All right, 30 seconds, we're coming back. Jury duty, big updates now to get to. We voted time change to be gone for like the first step of 8. And then it just got tabled.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped
All right, here we go.
acres of new Hyundais. Visit
Meet a teacher who's made a difference in your life at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along.
That is a good point. And we'll get to this in just a moment here, as well as all your other points. You can email the show, tips, T-I-P-S, @thenewsjunkie.com. Somebody said, hey, I thought we voted down daylight savings and our daylight saving time, and we were changing that. And we did, but it just never went anywhere. It was like stage 1 of 5 stages of abolishing or, locking into daylight saving time.
20-step plan.
Yeah, it did, just like there was one random rogue vote, and then people kind of celebrated like we were going to get rid of the time change, and then nothing else ever happened. Nothing else happened.
Press conferences around it.
I don't know if we'll ever do anything on that front, and maybe we don't need to. Maybe it's like one of those things.
The penny, right? Like that was also talked about getting rid of, and didn't really happen.
Oh, I don't know. Did they? I don't know if they actually did that or not. We've talked about them abolishing the penny and places starting to like round up and round down and doing all of these different things. But the daylight saving time is one that gets people so fired up. Some people hate it so much. It's really not that big of a deal, guys.
I don't care, but my baby doesn't know that it's a different time, and so he got up pretty early this morning.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
I'll tell you, I woke up and I wondered how my morning was going to be different, just like Jackson. And Jackson's not aware of these time changes. And I'm like, I'm not settled into these. And for me, it was fine. Like nothing seemed weird. You just have your schedule off, C-Lane, because, Jackson's going to take longer to adapt, I think.
Or like,
little guy.
Yesterday, yesterday was the night before was when we actually gained the hour, quote unquote. Even if we didn't gain an hour, he still woke up before I wanted him to. I still heard his voice coming from the baby monitor and thought, oh, because this should have been later.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, it's tough. He'll get used to it.
I
He'll
can't
settle
say that, though.
No.
She's right there.
But it's tempting regardless. Don't do it. You're right not to. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, you have the ability to go to basically any attorney you want to. You see them all over television and on the radio. But some of those experiences aren't going to be great. And a lot of these attorneys don't really care about you or want to sit down and listen to you and hear your story and fight for you. Half of them, when they show up to court, don't even know what the details of your story are. They think they could just wing it. That's not what happens with justcallmo.com. You get into an accident, Mo goes after the insurance companies. And you won't believe how fast this whole thing can get wrapped up, and you can get a check in your hand sometimes. It's crazy. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or justcallmo.com. Couple updates on things we have talked about previously on the show. Talked about the Netflix documentary, The Perfect Neighbor. And for those of you who didn't see this was about this crazy old hag in Marion County, Florida, who shot and killed this mother of four because she was so mad that little kids had the gall to be playing in her neighborhood and making noise. And she was like, get off my lawn style. And this woman ends up shooting and killing this mom through her front door, all right? Through her front door, which if you know anything about defense, even in the state of Florida, even with Stand Your Ground, even with all these things, if somebody is outside of a secured barrier and you shoot through blindly the secured barrier to kill that person, you have just murdered someone. That's what happened. And I would encourage you to watch that Netflix documentary. It was very interesting. All done through body camera footage. Every bit of it done through body camera footage that starts with some of the first encounters with this lady calling about the cops and crying, and then goes to the fated night where she shot and killed this poor mother. And it's brutal.
Almost watched it last night.
Prepare yourself. I mean, it was a sob fest.
That was the thing. I said, you know what? I really don't want to finish off my weekend with something super serious.
I've never seen a documentary like it.
No, it was because of the body cam footage stuff?
It's pretty much all that. Some, narration.
It was effective, though, I thought.
Golly, it was.
I thought it was effective at like getting you to feel like you were in the neighborhood, getting you to feel like you got to know that lady a little bit.
And seeing how it all went down, those poor children, man. Oh, my God.
Watching the kids, it's tough to watch, but watching the kids deal with all of the heartbreak in real time. Crazy, but very, very interesting to watch. And now this woman, Susan Lawrence, who was serving a 25-year prison sentence for manslaughter after a jury convicted her for killing A.J. Owens during a neighborhood dispute back in 2023. She is now threatening a defamation lawsuit against the victim's children.
Huh.
Okay?
Okay.
The victim's children, she says. The woman who's behind bars and convicted by a jury of her peers about this, she is now threatening to sue the family, including the children. She says A.J. Owens and her children were trespassing. There were multiple no trespassing signs on the property. This bitch is still doing the same thing. Miss Owens did, in fact, scream and threatened to beat me multiple times while trespassing. Miss Owens did not knock politely and speak reasonably on June 2nd, 2023. She pounded and screamed profanities like a lunatic. Just a quick wake-up call if Susan's out there tuned in on some old-fashioned radio behind bars. You are not sentenced to 25 years behind bars, nor do people dislike you because of her demeanor when approaching your door. If somebody approaches your door and they're screaming and yelling and doing any variety of things, let's say some crazy hobo comes to my front door and starts banging on it. If I pull out a gun and shoot them through the front door, I am not defending myself. I'm shooting through a secured barrier. The moment somebody passes that secured barrier, breaks the glass to get into your house, breaks down the door to begin to gain entry, is the moment you, when they start approaching you, can defend yourself. So, the idea that she's still obsessing over this kind of shows you just how crazy this chick is. But this lady is threatening to sue the children, the victims' children, which is even more disgusting than you might imagine. Also, Terrifier, the first one, only a few people have seen the original Terrifier. It's not as good as the other two, for sure. But Terrifier, the first one, the woman who is in the movie, and if you've seen it, you're going to remember her, because this woman is now suing. She was featured in a nude scene in the movie. Here's the lady in question.
The scene?
The scene where they sliced her in half from her. She was upside down, and they sliced from her genitals.
Face was not involved in that, if I remember correctly, was it?
I don't remember if they highlighted her face or not, because her naked body was just upside down for most of the time that I think she was on screen. But she's suing the Staten Island filmmakers behind Terrifier over the scene she was in and unpaid royalties. And here's what the story says. An actress who appeared in Terrifier is suing the creators of the popular horror franchise over what she alleges to be breach of contract and distribution of sexually explicit materials without consent, she says.
Wait a second. Hold on. Is she arguing that if they stop paying her, that they're now distributing the materials without consent? Like, 'cause I think part of the whole contract of being in the movie is you consent for the materials to be distributed.
Correct. And her character's body was portrayed, but it wasn't. She's acting like it was her. I can't believe they cut me in half. You could not tell. I mean, unless you only know that it's her because of the timeline of it. If I were to show you just the picture of it, show a jury the picture of it, how are you going to associate it to this woman that's suing?
I think even though this is probably the most famous scene from Terrifier, this right now, looking at the article in front of me, is the first time that I've seen this woman's face. I never saw her face before. I just knew the scene where it wasn't really about her face. It was about sawing her in half. But she is suing. One portion of the lawsuit was over pay disputes. She claimed that she agreed to work for a daily rate of $100 on the basis that she'd receive 1% of the profits generated from Terrifier, including box office, streaming, live events, and merchandise. Damien Leone, he's the creator, and Phil Falcone allegedly failed to pay her sufficient royalties, with her payout from the sequel intermittently amounting to a measly $8,300. The payments became more and more sporadic and dwindled to amounts nowhere near commensurate, she said. When she challenged her bosses, they brushed it off. Like, first of all, the idea that you got a back-end deal on this movie is something that most people aren't seeing. And they said the sequel, but I think she was from the first Terrifier. And if that's the one, then, you know, that movie did not make a lot of money, obviously. The new Terrifier did. Another aspect of her lawsuit against her former employees was the nude scene in the first Terrifier film, where she was topless before her death. Her lawyers alleged that the film never obtained her informed written consent to be filmed nude, which is required by the Screen Actors Guild. The lawsuit also revealed one alleged moment. By the way, she wasn't a member of the Screen Actors Guild, nor was it a Screen Actors Guild production, so I don't know why that matters. The lawsuit also revealed one alleged moment when Phil Falcone took numerous still photographs of topless Catherine without her written consent. The final point of the lawsuit was the inhumane conditions in which she was expected to work, including long hours and below freezing temperatures in condemned buildings and without heat and some without bathrooms, having prosthetics with actual rat feces put over her skin and duct tape over her mouth, she said. So she is now suing. Obviously, that movie has become, and the series has become very successful.
Has she done any movies after that? Is that why she's not?
I don't know. Catherine Corcoran is her name.
How does she even know the rat feces thing? Did the makeup artist come be like, all right, now we're going to sprinkle on the rat feces. And just so you know, these are real rat feces. We had to make sure this looks legit here.
We went the extra mile, yeah. She is in some stuff, yeah.
Why would they give her a back-end deal like this?
Because it was a small production. And
yeah, but they gave it. They said she claims she reached a deal for 1% of all profits across the franchise.
Oh.
That means
this says she was in Terrifier 1 and Terrifier 2, according to her IMDb.
Doesn't matter. Even if she wasn't in Terrifier 2, this says all profits across the frange, at least on the headline I'm reading. So that means she should be getting money for Terrifier 1, Terrifier 2. She should be getting a piece of whatever deal they made to put a Terrifier haunted house at Halloween Horror Nights.
And 3 did the best, right? Was it not?
Yeah, that was number 1. Yeah, number 1 at the box office for, I think, 2 weeks. I think 2 weekends.
Yeah. If that's true,
crazy.
if she got 1% of the whole franchise, she definitely deserves more than a paltry $8,300.
All right, we're way behind. We got to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll finish this up. We got a lot more to get to. South Park guys are in trouble. It's all coming up next in the News Junkie.
Win tickets to the Tampa Bay Bucks game Wednesday on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Northbound lanes are blocked on State Road 33 at Florida Boys Ranch Road due to an accident. Southbound lanes are getting affected as well. Traffic slowing down on I-4 westbound due to an accident before Sand Lake Road. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. The left turn lane's blocked on Orange Blossom Trail northbound at Tap Vineland Road. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, not only can you pursue your education goals with dedicated support, but when you get started on campus, you could qualify to pursue them with a new laptop. Learn more at rasmussen.edu. That's rasmussen.edu.
Hello. One second.
We're collecting non-perishable food items, gift cards, baby supplies, and household essentials Friday, November 7th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Walmart near UCF, 11250 East Colonial Drive, Orlando. Come out, donate, and make a difference. Get the details and needed supply list at realradio.fm/help.
If you've been thinking about upgrading your windows or patio doors, now is the perfect time because Renewal by Anderson's Black Friday sales event is here. For a limited time, get 20% off all replacement windows and patio doors.
Okay.
And here's the really big news. Buy now and pay nothing for 2 full years. That's right,
Rock and roll.
and 0 payments until 2027. Renewal by Anderson's acclaimed impact windows and doors.
Courtney knows about the Terrifier stuff. She can clarify for me.
Humidity and hurricanes while helping you save on energy bills year-round. And with their smart sunglass, you'll enjoy natural light while reducing heat loss and boosting your comfort.
Hello? So she was like the blonde friend in the first, but she was the one who was cut in half from the vagina down, right? And then what did they do? They just used like flashback footage in this. Okay, because she obviously was dead as hell. Like, That's what C-Lane said. If they promised the whole franchise and not just
that would be like Halloween Horror Nights, like all.
Yeah, but if they made a deal for 1% of the first Terrifier, $8,000 would make sense because that movie. Yeah, but if they said that movie generated $800,000 in profits after they paid everything, like if they said that movie made $800,000 in profits, $8,000 would be 1%.
Right.
That would make more sense.
It's expensive.
What, did you spend a bunch of money? We just spent $350 at the grocery store yesterday.
I need a detergent.
How much did you spend? You're not answering the question.
It says $23.
I didn't ask you how much the Tide cost, but why is that $23? Let me see this. Folks, isn't there a way we could just make this ourselves? This is $25. Can't we just take some soap
Yeah, I think this one
and put it in there?
is cheaper at Costco, but we haven't been there. You haven't brought me to Costco.
Okay, we could go to Costco. I feel like they're scamming us on that front. But the clothes smell good. All right.
Okay.
You still haven't answered my question.
What?
How much money you spent?
$60.
$60?
Well, I don't know.
What do you think, money grows on trees? Huh. No, $60 is great.
Because I got stuff for 2 dinners.
Nice. Well, that's a good deal.
And stuff towards dinner on Thursday.
Well, that's great. I'm excited. I'm glad you're back.
Thank you, baby.
See you later. Love you. Bye. When is Courtney getting her new Christmas tree? You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. I don't need you to get involved in this. Those Christmas trees, they are something. I buy the Arm & Hammer BOGO at Publix. I mean, is it any different? Because if it's BOGO for that, that's a big deal. Arm & Hammer's a pretty good brand, right? I still think we can just pressure clean them. Am I wrong? Like, I feel like you take the clothes, pressure clean them, let them dry, put them back inside, free. Totally free. Am I crazy? I thought this is a good idea. Oh, I'm coming back.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the
About the show, unlock secret shows. If you're feeling a little frisky, learn all about it. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. I talked to Courtney about this during the break, and she's like mega Terrifier fan. The woman in question who's now suing Terrifier and the people behind the very famous, very shocking Halloween trilogy so far, she was the Scarecrow in the very first movie, and she was like one of the key people in that first movie. And then she was murdered in a very gruesome, shocking way. They sawed through her in half from her genitals down, upside down. And it's a very notable scene in the movie. And then I said to Courtney, like, well, obviously she was dead. How is she listed as in the second Terrifier? In the second Terrifier, I think they just throw back to that moment. So it includes footage from the first movie in one part. And it's like, okay, we're reflecting back onto the fact that she was here. So technically she's in the second one too. Now, the most key thing that was said during this story about her suing the creators of this Terrifier franchise is what C-Lane said. And if she was given 1% of everything of the entirety of the franchise, well, then she probably owed some money. $8,000. It's more than $8,000. But if she was given 1% of the profits of the first Terrifier, meaning that it would be 1% at $8,000, or that movie maybe has profited $800,000, that would line up. That probably makes sense. That once that movie got into a space where it was profitable, that it's made $800,000 on a technicality.
Isn't that something, though, that, you have copies of? As far as documents signing?
Yeah, definitely. I think what happens here sometimes, though, is people go, now this series is big and it's made so much money, and now I don't feel like I got enough of it. But if she got 1% of the whole thing, then $8,000 wouldn't be enough. But that seems kind of crazy to me. I bet she got 1% of the first one.
She claimed, according to the, I think this was the website you had up, the Tab. Mm-hmm. She claimed that she agreed to work for a daily rate of just $100. She only made $100 a day.
God.
On the basis she would.
Yeah, because she got that back end. I would work on a movie for $100 a day for 1%.
Yeah.
I would do
like
that.
She really believed that it was going to turn into what Terrifier is now.
It says,
well, you always have the option not to do it, but if you think that the movie has any potential at all and they want to give you a percentage of the back end,
it's a gamble,
That's valuable. That's big.
It said 1% of the profits generated from Terrifier, including box office, streaming, live events, and merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
If her contract really was for the entire franchise, that is a big piece of money.
I mean, she's got lawyers attached to it, so
that's what the court's for. That's what the court's for. The court will work out whether or not she made this deal or it's not the deal or whatever. They'll work all this stuff out because once you make the claims, then on one hand, people might go, I want this to go away. I don't want us to be seen as taking advantage of people who are part of this process. On the other hand, maybe she's completely full of it and they have the documentation to prove it, and then the case just gets squashed. It could go either way. Just because an attorney brings up or takes a lawsuit does not really mean much about the chances of that lawsuit being victorious if it goes all the way through and is presented to some sort of jury.
But in comparison of right before you talked about her lawsuit was the Perfect Neighbor lady who has just made a statement to the press that she wants to sue the kids whose mother she shot dead.
Yes.
Versus this lawsuit's actually going to make itself into a civil court. So therefore there's some legs.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess we'll see when it comes.
The attorneys would, in this case, much more see that the target has money to go after, as opposed to the victims of a woman who was murdered.
Yeah.
The family members of a murder victim, I guess I should say. Like that, a lot of attorneys are going to go, no, she'll probably have to file that herself. All right, couple of things here. We got a lot of ground to cover, so I want to start doing this. One story that I was talking a bit about over the weekend, which I thought was kind of interesting, was there were no rap songs in the top 40 for the first time in 35 years as of this week.
Like what? Are we talking Billboard?
Billboard top 40. There were no rap songs in the top 40. Think about that for a second. For the first time in 35 years. Your whole life, C-Lane, there has been a rap song in the top 40, and for the first time, because they made a couple of rule changes about how their rankings work, it cleared them out, and there's some discussion is this it? Because previous to, let's try to work this out. In the mid-90s, rap exploded. Started earlier than that, I understand. But rap became a mass media machine in the mid-90s and became incredibly profitable and massive and controlled much of culture. Throughout the 2000s, that only grew and that maintained throughout, the last handful of years here. But now that seems to be slipping, which would say that rap is maybe going to fall down after 35 years as essentially the top format. Before that, 1995 and before, I think you would say that probably rock was dominating in the 90s, 80s, certainly 70s. There was probably 35 years of rock that was dominating before that.
Oh, I mean, today was the anniversary of Ice Ice Baby, which was claimed to be the first rap song on the charts.
Sure.
Or at least the first to hit number one.
Yeah, but now they said for the first time, because Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Luther has exited the Billboard Hot 100. There is a 3-decade-long streak that has ended for rap music.
So these new rules that they've made for Billboard are kind of curious because wasn't Mr. Brightside on the Billboard 100 for years and years and years and years and years, and now I think they may have either fallen off on their own or become victim to these new rules?
Yes, and you know what ends up happening here? I'm not even looking at it. Almost guarantee you the Billboard Top 40 is like half Taylor Swift. Because she just dropped the new album, right?
It's gonna be
all right, let's give it a go.
It's gonna be whoever just dropped the new album, and it's streaming numbers, and it's week-to-week changes, and there's an algorithm that they're using.
Taylor Swift.
Is it? It's probably gonna be all one artist, whoever's got the big thing of the moment. And then if you haven't made progress up the charts in X amount of time, they pull you off the list.
So Taylor
really,
Swift number 1, 2 is Golden by Hunter, and I don't even know how to say this name.
I don't know that song.
Xejae. Then Ordinary, Alex Warren, and then you have Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, Olivia Dean, and then we're getting into the top 10.
Because Justin Bieber has a newer album out too, I think, right? And so the question that I ask you at this point of the show is this a sign that maybe rap music has had its moment and it's another format's going to sort of take over here? Or are they manipulating the numbers? Rap music is still the biggest format? I don't know. I mean, judging by that, I don't even know what to call Taylor Swift anymore. I guess I would call her pop music. But I don't know if pop music is going to have a huge round here and stay on top for a while. It does look like there's some sort of sea change happening in the music world, though. So let us know what you think. All right, I wanted to share this because a lot of people were talking about it. This is brutal, man. Brutal. A guy playing for the Washington team, the Commanders, I believe these days, with an injury, showing you just how things can go in the football world. And this was on Sunday Night Football. I'll share this for the folks on the stream real quick. And I hope he's doing okay. It is not good. It's not good. So they were taking him down. You see, the tough thing happens to him that happens so often. You want to brace yourself. And so when you're being tackled and when you're falling, you attempt, and he's doing it right here in this moment. He puts his hand down on the turf to stop his body from falling. It's just what you do. And then, oh, yikes.
Oh.
Yeah. You can.
Oh.
You can see right.
The elbow's not supposed to go that way.
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
And his arm completely. His arm completely twists behind him. That is
a little.
I could see his face react to it immediately. Like, something has gone wrong here. But I think it's something you cannot stop yourself from doing. Like, our bodies just want to put out a limb.
Now, here's
to
the
stop.
thing. I think that, though, while he's going to have some weeks off the field, it's not like a complete breakage of the actual bone. Technically, that just
was it
dislocated.
Did it? Okay. Well,
I mean, that's looking like the elbow went the wrong way. That's two different bones. I don't know.
See. Yeah, this says dislocated. This says a mid-horrific injury, dislocated elbow is what they're
season
saying.
Ender. I don't know. That's where
it says he will miss several games with a dislocated elbow. MRI on Monday will reveal more, so they don't know exactly how bad this is inside. But yeah, that's a tough one to see, man. And they had to, all the players started pouring out onto the field from both teams, actually, or certainly his team was out there on the field to say, like, hey, we got to make sure you're okay here. Late in the game injury. I'll put that up on See It Now during the break as well, so we could take a peek at this, but it is absolutely brutal to watch. One more thing for now. The government shutdown is still underway, as many of you know, and most of you aren't really impacted by this, but some people are. Some young kids on particular government programs will be impacted by this. There are 42 million Americans, still a shocking number, on SNAP benefits or food stamps that are, as of a couple of days ago, impacted by this in most states, meaning they won't get their money to go out and get groceries and stuff. A lot of them, here's the key thing to remember, and I know some of you don't really care about this. I believe, and I think a lot of people believe, that 42 million people relying on SNAP benefits for their kids is too much. It's crazy. Like there has to be some percentage of that is taking some advantage. I don't think it's a big percentage, but I think we shouldn't have 42 million. We didn't, by the way, in like the 80s and 90s, we had about half that taking these SNAP payments or food stamps, whatever you want to call them. SNAP is like the newer terminology for this. Usually,
were they actual stamps at one point?
They were, yeah. They in the
that was just a card, right?
In the very early 2000s or around there, they changed to a card, and the card would just be like EBT or whatever when you scanned it. But prior to that, they would have actual stamps that you would have to use for your food.
But to be eligible for that, you're submitting something, right? Like some sort of proof that that's why you need it.
In most states, one of the things I didn't like was I saw that the Trump administration wanted to do an audit of all of the states and the people, these 42 million people on the SNAP benefits program, which seems logical to me. Let's make sure that everybody who needs this and is relying on this and should get it, that most people think they should get it, are getting it, and that the people are like taking advantage in some way aren't. And when he did that, a list of states, I think almost 20 states, not only decided they weren't going to participate in an audit of this SNAP program, but many of them decided to actively sue the Trump administration for trying to confirm that these people were or should have been able to get access to those benefits. I don't like that. I think this should be clear, and people should make sure, and states should make sure that these people are folks who really do need this and are the right recipients for these funds. And it looks like a lot of states run by Democratic leaders were like, nope, we're not going to do that. We're not going to participate, or we're even going to sue you for trying to see if there's any kind of corruption or people taking advantage on the program. That said, I haven't looked at this in a little while, but I think the numbers that I'll give you are pretty accurate, you'll find. On the SNAP programs, it's about 25% single moms. All right? So this isn't like a bunch of young kids on the street taking advantage of a government program. It's about 25% single mothers who claim these kind of benefits that haven't been getting them. Well, this is the first week of not being able to get access to these funds. Now, they have permitted some use of this. I'll talk about that in a bit. But the government shutdown rolls on, and the 42 million Americans who get the federal food aid are struggling with that. And as a result, some places are popping up with ideas. Carl's Jr. in particular, in California, they are offering meals to people who have these SNAP benefits for $1. $1, and you can get a meal at these Carl's Jr. locations, and there's over 300 of them. And they are not the only one, right? People, if you pull up to some restaurants and food places now, you show them your EBT card, and they will give you a deal like this where you can get a meal for like $1. It brings me back to a lot of the labor disputes in places like Louisiana, New Orleans in particular. It's literally the reason why there's a sandwich called a po' boy. When all of these like labor disputes and stuff were going on and people weren't getting paid, the restaurants stepped up and they were like, we'll give you extra stuff that we put together in this sandwich. We'll call it a po' boy, and we'll make it insanely cheap so you can afford it because of your situation.
Seems kind of helpful and insulting at the same time.
A little bit, yes. But now this is happening. There's WPTV.
Welcome to Carl's Jr. Oh, you want the SNAP deal? Oh yeah, we got an order for the loser.
The po' boy's coming through. This is from WPTV. They said around 167,000 people in Palm Beach County alone rely on SNAP benefits. And they said because this is stopped, there are a bunch of places. There's a place called Howley's, which is a great diner in West Palm Beach that I've been to many times. A place called Hullabaloo, El Segundo. Places giving out free meals or very discounted meals. So this has kind of been something that's popped up in the wake of all of this. And it's just now in the very beginning stages of they're having issues with these SNAP benefits not getting funded. So let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch with your thoughts. If you're being impacted by that, I'll tell you, do be aware that there's an absolute metric S-ton of fake videos on this topic. Fake videos of people going, I got 12 kids, and like fake. They're fake videos. Fox News ran a story that had a couple of them, I believe, and had to run a correction. AI stuff? Yes, they had to run a correction saying some of the videos, including the original story, were AI, and many people are falling for those. So it's just something to keep in mind. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into a breakthrough in AI. The South Park guys are in big trouble. I'll finally pay that off, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's a disabled vehicle block in the left lane on I-4 westbound before Sand Lake Road. Traffic's starting to slow down there. Northbound lanes are still blocked on State Road 33 northbound at Florida Boys. Ranch Road, I believe southbound lanes are getting affected there as well. Look out for an earlier accident on Orange Blossom Trail where it meets Sand Lake Road. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the traffic center.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
My name is Arnold Bogarty, and prior to me enrolling in Rasmussen to become a nurse, I spent 16 years in the military. I went to visit the campus.
Dull Mike. Turn this down a little bit here. What's happening? Woo! Hey, this is going to be delayed, but, you can sort of get an idea, sort of see me. 2 dull mics today. What a treat. What a treat. Hell of a weekend. Shawn does not even know this yet, but he will be absolutely 0% surprised to learn that as of Saturday, it is officially Christmas at the Lane household. It is officially the, say titties. It is, the skeleton is gone. The skeleton dog is gone. I know, shocker. Skeleton dog is gone. There are four Christmas trees, feral kitten, and then there's one place that you can stand, I think, in the house and see all 4, because there's the upstairs Christmas tree, the main living room one, there's the one by the front door, and then the dining room one, and then you just all. There's no screw thing. We're not skipping Thanksgiving. There will still be a Thanksgiving. I feel like there's more stuff for Christmas. There's just there's less things for Thanksgiving. It would be 2 big changes to completely change for Thanksgiving and then for Christmas. But I was able to help with some of it. I was very hungover trying to take that damn skeleton down. When you don't feel like hungover, you think you may have kind of gotten away with it. You think, I feel okay. We're doing good. I think that it's past me. And then you go out and you do something and you start sweating. And you're like, oh, never mind. Didn't like that. Also, just terrible, just terrible time for, the guy card, because I couldn't find my damn Allen wrench set, which Allen wrenches are friggin' free. They come with everything you need to buy them for. And I always save them, and I couldn't find the one. I had to borrow an Allen wrench, which it felt like a low point. I had to call a neighbor who opened his garage on an app because he wasn't even home. He was like, go in, find the Allen wrenches. And luckily he had one that fit the shoulders of the skeleton. Real roller coaster day for me, guys. But yes, it is Christmas. There's a lot of trees, snow, and garland. Oh, and my wife has to decorate the banisters of the stairway that I carry my baby up and down. And I'm trying, I need to hold myself steady because I'm carrying young Jackson, and there's crap all over it. She's trying to kill me. She ain't gonna get much. It's not gonna get much. iHeart only put so much into that life insurance plan. But at the end of the day, it's very festive. The movies have started. Tanya loves decorating for Christmas. Yep. I don't hate decorating for Christmas, although I do not like getting on ladders. But I don't hate it, as long as... luckily, that is a my wife and her mother thing, and while they didn't come over, they came over to see the stuff, but not to help. But I still have to entertain the baby. We're worried about him for this Christmas because he is more mobile than ever, less obedient than ever. Don't forget the Florida prepaid college program. No, we are paying into that. Ashley started that probably a week or two after he was born. She started that very quickly. The Florida prepaid college program is definitely something that is getting paid into by us for young Jackson. Everything's expensive. I tried to tell her this. We could have gotten an RV. Hey, the keyword's credit. The keyword for this hour, credit, CREDIT. Now we got to go back and do some real work. Hang on.
Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture. This
We'll see what you have to say. Lots of people joining in on the show. Emails and dispatches on the way. And I'll probably get to sort of a grab bag thing and work in some stories that I teased and missed. A lot on the way as we roll on the show. Somebody on chat in the break was like, Shawn, I think you're conflating two stories and mixing some things up on the SNAP food stamps thing. I'm not. I know a lot of people don't know about this because it hasn't been like a big story at all. But it's absolutely true that the U.S. Department of Agriculture said to all of the states, here's what we want. We want to do a report, and we want to make a data sharing agreement with you. We want to see all of the people who are getting SNAP benefits, a.k.a. food stamps, in your states. We want to ensure that people on this list are, in the country legally and that they are, qualified to get these benefits. And 20 or so states plus Washington, D.C. rejected that. They said, no, we're not going to work with the USDA. We're not going to give up the information on these people so that they can do an audit of the 40 plus million people on food stamps benefits in the United States. And in fact, a couple of those states decided to actually sue as a result of the demand. And right now, the reason why nobody's really heard about that is because those lawsuits are still pending, right? The lawsuits will probably go all the way to the Supreme Court to determine whether or not the federal government can demand data from citizens of states and whether or not the states can withhold that data if they don't want to give it to the federal government. That's where all of this is coming from, or at least one thing in the mix there, I would say. But no, I wasn't mixing things up. I know that there were other lawsuits about the feds drying up access to the SNAP benefits and stuff, but that's not what I was referring to. I did see that there was SNAP benefits. I did see there was some last minute thing. The White House said it was going to make partial payments this month. This was from the New York Times. The roughly 42 million Americans who receive aid will get only partial payments from the federal government this month. The Trump administration told a federal judge. The administration said it would not tap additional money to fund full payments in November. At the same time, a separate food aid program for low-income women called WIC received temporary funding. Now, I'm trying to see about the partial funds and what they're going to get. The government revealed its plans in two set of court filings. Roughly 1 in 8 families that receive SNAP. I mean, that is crazy. 1 in 8 families get SNAP benefits. They may still be at risk of imminent hunger and danger. They haven't said when this is going to go out, but at least some portion of these people will get some portion of their benefits. I imagine for them, the people that really actually need it, it's probably frustrating because you're not hearing enough. But that's all I can tell you for right now. I'll keep an eye on it because obviously that's a story people are talking about. Not too many people talking about this yet. But I wonder if Matt Stone and Trey Parker of South Park are regretting buying this Casa Bonita place.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder because
we know one person who went, right?
Moses the way, and I don't know if I know anybody else that's been. It's pretty popular if you go to Denver, I think. Right? That's where it is? I think it's in the Denver area in Colorado. If you don't know, I guess I should stay, right? Or I should state this if you don't know. Casa Bonita is what we call it, like a gimmick restaurant or
like a theme restaurant?
A themed restaurant?
Like if it's like not a theme park, but a theme restaurant, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is like if you're in Epcot, there's themes to that. Or if you go to like what is it that they're really mean to you? There's a theme to
Dick's
that.
Last Resort.
Yeah.
It's the way this is set up is there are performers. There's people who are cliff divers. There are people who play various roles. There are singers, and they're like actors in the restaurant. And then there's the serving staff in the restaurant. And now some of the workers are striking. They're on strike, and they don't want to work. And now I guess Brooke Shields made a video targeting Matt Stone and Trey Parker directly.
Which is hilarious because they made fun of her in the South Park movie, the first one. There's only one.
Yeah, how does Brooke Shields, is that, she's now getting her payback?
This is from Casa Bonita United. It says Brooke Shields, on behalf of their union, has made this video. Hang on, I'll play the video for it. Here's Brooke Shields.
I'm Trey. Nice to meet you. As you know, I'm the president of Actors Equity Association, the union that represents the performers who work for you at Casa Bonita.
Okay, so she's the president of the union that the Casa Bonita workers fall under. So she does have a tie-in.
You probably know that we've been in bargaining for their first union contract for quite a while now. But maybe you don't know that your restaurant management has been playing really fast and loose with this bargaining process.
Uh-oh.
And it's just not respectful to performers who put their all into making Casa Bonita the one-of-a-kind destination that it is.
I don't know why her voice sounds so bizarre.
It sounds
on
like
this.
she's like
I think
she sounds like
I think it's
Caitlyn Jenner.
overmodulated. It does a little bit. I think she just was too loud on the original recording or something.
You created, and things are kind of escalating. And I just want to say that these workers are not making a living wage, like actually not.
They're not making
Wasn't
a
it
living
closing?
wage, she said.
Didn't they stop it from being like destroyed and closed permanently?
They did. Yeah, they saved it from being destroyed and closed down because it was important to their childhood, they said. And then they put a big investment in revamping it, a lot of money. And then they kicked it back open, and it's been, I guess at least remotely popular since then. And then now they're having a problem because the workers, who are the actors in particular, want more money.
In fact, they are being paid less than their coworkers who are actually serving the food. And
by the way, I don't know if Brooke Shields realizes that that's kind of rude. She's like, the actors at Casa Bonita are being paid less than the workers who are serving the food.
Yeah, the servants. I mean, the waitresses. I mean, the
hold on.
peasants.
Shouldn't you say like, hey, we want them to make more money too? Like we want everybody to make more money. It's like the actors are making less than the servants. I don't know if that lands the way she thinks it does, but they're demanding more money. I saw some people say, hey, if you are an actor at Casa Bonita, you're making like $30 an hour. Do you really think you deserve more than that? No. I don't know if that's true or not, but Brooke Shields is joining this. They now have at least some of them are in a union called Casa Bonita United, and they're pushing hard. I wonder if the South Park guys are like, geez, we could have stayed out of this. We really, really could. And now we find ourselves with this headache on our hands just for wanting to keep Casa Bonita open. We'll see what they say if they respond to this at all. But yeah, it's a big thing. Save the Casa characters, they say. And they said they're cutting hours of work and et cetera, over at Casa Bonita. Tell us what you think. Excuse me. Tell us what you think over on the website with the dispatch. And we'll get into the final dispatches. I'll get into emails as well. stories that didn't make the cut, Today Learn final clips, all of the final stuff is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. Part of the solution and part of the problem. More problem than solution. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey, everybody. Time to wrap things up. What I want you to do right now is I want you to rate the show. That's what we do at the end of the show. Tammy's not a South Park fan? Who doesn't like South Park, huh? Come on. Rate the show out of 10. 10 out of 10 is an absolute humdinger, a real winner of a show. 1 out of 10 is a stinker. It was a disaster. It should be deleted. Delete the VOD. 9 out of 10 says Lori. 8.1 Porky Pig and Kickers out of 10 says Ryan. 8.7 Flash Boobies out of 10. A 4.4 from Fizzy. 7.9 from Kevin. 7.5 This show flew by. Cheers, says Cosidius. 9 Infected Monkeys out of 10. Rip to the monkeys. Rip to the monkeys. 10 out of 10 for the penis enlargement segment. Okay. 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10 sawed in half bodies. I wonder, and this would dictate how I feel about her lawsuit, did she really have to be upside down for a long time? As they like pretended to cut her in half and stuff? Because that would suck. That would be tough. Vet says more than 20,000 active duty military families currently receive SNAP benefits. So it's silly to say it's just single mothers or target a small percentage of people gaming the system. I hope, friend, that you're not suggesting I said that. Are you suggesting that I said that? Because I very clearly explained it, and I very clearly said 25%, around 25% of people who get SNAP benefits are single mothers. Which, if you want to take issue with that, you can, but I didn't say just single mothers. I didn't say anything else like that. 8.95. 10 out of 10, says Barbara. Thank you, Barbara. You guys think of who is chatter of the day. I shall be back. I got to go get Today Learn. Oh. Hang on. Hey. Hey. Hello.
Is Canada help you
Hello?
avoid an expensive roof replacement? In most cases, yes, because 9
Come on, man.
insured by RoofMax at a fraction of the cost of a new roof. But RoofMax
Ridiculous.
Your roof starts to deteriorate in as little as 7 years. Your roof.
There we go.
Start RoofMax treatment soon enough, and you can extend the life
You
of your
know,
roof up to
I blame one of you.
1-855.
I don't know which one.
855 RoofMax. There are only about 43.
All right. Today I learned, all set, ready to go.
But there are an estimated 33 million companies in
Twitch is for losers? Come on, it's too late in the game to be mean to Twitch right now.
investor is missing out on over 99% of the investment opportunity that's happening in this beautiful country until now.
I really, really wonder if the South Park guys are like, Jesus Christ, let's just sell this place. Everybody who works at this place, there's like, half of these jobs are probably meant to be for kids, right? You know, and then it's like, it's not a living wage. I bet it's a nightmare. Amy says, who's designed your studio, Wasson? This studio was designed by Austin, who you'll see in chat and is a big part of the show. Kevin from Wood Concepts designed and created
a lot of the backdrop stuff. And many of the people were involved in everything that you see here. Uh-oh. Hello? One sec. Okay. What else was I saying? Oh, shoot. Alex, who did the mural in here, which is one of my favorite things ever. Absolutely love it. Probably my favorite part of the freaking studio is Alex's mural. She's fantastic. Alex Bra with a bunch of H's on Instagram. If you ever want a mural done, email me and I'll send you her info if you're serious. All right, who's our chatter of the day?
One more time, that's 813-755-5000.
She covered up the divot. I told her to cover up the divot. And divot was retired over here. You see how far I go for you people? Divot was retired over here.
Victim of a slip and fall, it takes one phone call to take back control of your life.
The roast flasher. You know what? They said she shouldn't do it. They said it was probably a bad idea. They said, why are you flopping them out? There's cameras everywhere. She might be in chat somewhere. The roast flasher is our chatter of the day. That's right. The roast flasher. That's a good point. Maybe it was done as some form of protest. Right? I don't know if that's like, is that a sign that you appreciate what's going on, or a sign that you were like it's a protest flash or a celebration flash? Okay, we're coming back. We don't have an ID yet on the person, but I know more that I'm not saying current. All right, here we go. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hit the like button. Like.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it. Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
The free iHeartRadio app.
Live radio, 24/7 news, live sports,
and your favorite podcasts.
A pure connection to what moves you.
The best part, it's all free.
Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone. The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
My name is Arnold Bogarty, and prior to me enrolling in Rasmussen to become a nurse, I spent 16 years in the military. I went to visit the campus. The facilities were amazing.
Rasmussen University. Are you ready to be your own hero? Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
Where breaking news meets broken people. This is the News Junkie.
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. Thank you, friends. Another week kicked off, and we got so much more for you. We are just getting started. Join us all week long on the show for all things viral and some good times and laughs and, whatever else happens along the way as per usual. Learn more about the show over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Let's see what we got here for you on the way. I guess we can start by playing a couple of dispatches.
These are
maybe?
the final dispatches,
Not a lot of
but
time.
Shawn will probably only play one.
Really pushing the limits today. Really pushing the limits. Let's see what we're going to work in here. Here's somebody talking about Casa Bonita.
You're talking about the Casa Bonita, South Park, those guys. It's hilarious, kind of, when you think about it, because there's a documentary on the whole thing of them buying that place, and they initially wanted to buy it and renovate, and they had budgeted like $3 million.
Whoops.
And it ended up costing them like $20 million or something like that. They just went so ridiculously way over budget. And now for all this to be happening, I feel bad for them. Poor guys.
I mean, didn't they just sign a multi-billion-dollar deal?
They did, but I don't know if this place is making money. Like, I don't know if Casa Bonita is printing money, then, make a deal with these people. If Casa Bonita is not, maybe it was supposed to close all along. Maybe they shouldn't have saved
Not
it.
so bonita.
Let's see. Here's, I don't want to hear another daylight saving time rant. Here's Insecure Walrus.
Let me tell you about the gamble that is taking points or percentages of a movie when you're a part of making that movie. March of 2003, while we were invading Iraq as a country, I was in Nashville filming a movie that we shot mostly in a non-open, well, while it was not open, swingers club. But anyways, it had a few D-list celebrities in it at best. Jackson Bostwick, the guy who played Captain Marvel on TV, like Saturday morning TV shows.
I don't know that.
But we had Isaac Hayes in it.
Oh, really?
I figured, well, this seems like it might do something, especially among a certain viewership. It definitely might do something. It was called Dodge City, a spaghetto western. And
didn't take off.
I was offered, anybody on the crew that wants to take a percentage of the points will split the 5% amongst those crew members. As far as I know, only myself and one other crew member took the points on that.
What did you get?
And so that would have been about 2.5% of that movie were it to ever be released. And as far as I know, it has not yet been sold.
Oh,
you didn't
let's
get
push
the money.
it.
It's got an
Send us the
IMDb.
teaser.
It's got an IMDb page. It says 2004.
Son of a bitch.
Let's
All right,
release
that's gonna have
it.
to do it. We got to get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Afro Man was in it too.
Oh,
Son of a
really?
bitch.
Today I learned this. By the way, your video looked great. I updated some of the video dispatch stuff. It looks fantastic. Today I learned this band. Fallout Boy, that's correct. Fallout Boy's bassist Pete Wentz is actually Jamaican, depending on what any of this stuff means. He's technically 1/4 Jamaican, although you wouldn't know it if you just look at him up there on the stage, jumping around and swinging his bass and
Ruining We Didn't
whatever
Start the
else.
Fire.
No, that too. Yeah. All right, when we come, well, we're not coming back. We'll come back tomorrow. We will do that, I promise. Same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you next